Welcome, everybody. We back after a week off of YouTube jail. Uh oh,
They
hold
put
on.
those cuffs on a little tight.
I got a double echo here. Got to figure that out. Hold on a second. All right, let's see if that works out better.
You muted your mic.
I muted it on Zoom to see if it would. No, I still got mic. Oh, hold on a second. I know what it is. I'm an idiot. I was playing the show on my YouTube channel too, so I could monitor it there, and it was getting the sound from there. Okay, all right, we back. We a little rusty. We appreciate everybody coming back with us and hanging out. All these soldiers. They put them cuffs on us, slapped us into jail. We paid our pittance, and we back. So we got some time to make up, and a lot of things have happened since we've been locked out, and so we got a lot to catch up on. Obviously, the big news is we got a new head hog. Um, we're not gonna go through everything. I know you guys have already seen everything there is to talk about with the staff and everything. Um, so
but we don't really know what's going on with the
yeah,
staff except for a few people.
yeah, the staff is time to he's still playing with the staff, so I wouldn't say anything's in concrete yet. We do know he's bringing the giant with him. Um, what do we
The
call
Mountain
the
Man.
mountain? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
from Game of Thrones.
we if our guys ain't strong, it ain't gonna be because of lack of trying. That's for sure. But what we're going to do is we're going to show you something a little different tonight with the recruits that he's getting to recommit to Arkansas or to commit to Arkansas that he's flipping from other schools. And then we're going to tell you a little bit about Ryan Silverfield and how we think that we need to give this man a chance. I don't think it is personally as bad as everybody, is made it out to be. We lost in the sweepstakes, but did we really lose? So there's some conversation that could be had about which way you can think about that, but we will discuss a little bit about that too. But anyway, it's good to be back. It's going to take me a little bit to get back in the swing of things because we've been out. We're a little rusty. It's amazing how rusty you get if you ain't doing this for a week. But it's good to see Nisha and Connor and Jeff, Big Sarge. How you doing, Roger? Glad to see you. We got 18 people watching right now, and we are on. We're live on X, and we are also live on Twitch. So you can follow us in all three places if you'd like, whichever platform you like the best. So to get started tonight, we're going to bring on a panel tonight because really we want to talk with you about this, not at you about this. So we want to get a panel and get you guys' opinions on what's going on. Arky Joe, good to see you, buddy. So we're gonna go over some of these recruits. I'm gonna drop a link, and we're gonna get to discussing our future head hog. And well, he's not the future head hog; he is the head hog, and his future here at Arkansas. So without further ado, we're gonna run down through the YT rundown here of all the recruits that some of them that we had recommit or commit to Arkansas. Some of the best ones. So, YT, take her away, buddy.
Well, how's everybody doing tonight? We're back from our purgatory YouTube hell, as I wanted to call it.
Yeah.
Um, I got five different people here. One of them is a possible flip. a couple of them are a possible flip, I think. Um, but we'll start off with Daquan Prevost. At first, he was making noise on Twitter after Pittman was fired, and in a late in the season, he was acting like he was going to decommit. Um, he's the wide receiver that we paid to move from Texarkana to Bentonville, and he's not a super big guy, but this kid is fast and he's pretty electric. Um, so we'll get into those highlights real quick. This is his senior season, I believe. Um, they put him all over the field, whether it's on the outside or in the slot. Right now, they got him in the slot, and he just
Look,
beats the whole entire
I
defense.
mean, that dude didn't even stand a chance. He just ran straight up the field, right past the, just nuts. Jet
He
sweep.
kind of reminds me of that fast wide receiver that didn't get a whole lot of burn, Davion Warren.
Mm, yeah, I can see that. Could you imagine? I know he's going to be a freshman coming in, so he probably won't play in 2026. But could you imagine him being able to be on the opposite side of like an Antonio Jordan?
That'd be nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think you might be able to zoom out a little bit on your picture there.
Let me see here.
You can do the full screen where we're normally hiding behind it.
Oh, well, I can just go to that page if you want. Let me put that back there. We'll just go to full screen.
But as y'all can see, he's got pretty good hands. Sometimes he does catch the ball with his body, which is not great, but it's also not bad.
But that's
You want to
teachable, though.
mainly see you mainly want to see your receivers grabbing with their hands.
Yeah, Nish, he is good. Uh,
I mean,
it's a good grab for Arkansas to get.
he's quick and he's peppy, but there's also some others out there that are quick and peppy too.
Yeah.
You got some highlight tape of Danny Beal. It's not from his senior season, but his junior season, boy, that is a monster of a kid.
Yeah, he was like a grown man playing with boys.
But yeah, there's not a whole lot of shows out there. We're just trying to be. Oh, here's a kick
Kick
return. Let's see what he
return.
does here. Oh, yep.
Up the gut.
Oh, yep.
Goodbye.
Bye. No, almost.
It just shows his versatility.
Yep. And here's the big boy everybody's been talking about.
Yeah, this guy's a
This
mountain of a man.
this kid, not only does he play on the defensive line, he also plays tight end.
Look how big he is compared to him. Like when he tackles, you don't even see the other guy.
And he's gonna come squish this poor kid.
Yeah.
He's big. He gets off blocks real easy. But I mean, of course, the competition is going to be a lot stiffer in the SEC. This kid's going to have to sit in the weight room probably for about a year.
Yeah, Nisha,
I,
I think
I,
I think he'll have a QB between with KJ hopefully staying.
there
Uh,
is a possible flip of a kid.
and there is
Uh,
a. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
he's a 4-star. He's a 4-star out of Shreveport. Uh,
And
he's
he's
we
nice.
if we watch some tape, he got a pretty deep ball.
His accuracy is just pretty
There's
sweet.
Danny Bill at tight end. Nope, here he is at the nose. sheds 2 blocks and tries to kill someone.
I mean, just look how much bigger he is than everybody. Look at that. Run stuff.
I mean, he's out here annihilating little small children. Took 3 people to tackle him. One of them was on his back. What you mean, meet the staff, Roger West?
He doesn't have a staff really yet.
He has confirmed a wide receivers coach and a strength and conditioning coach. All right, here's Ja'Cory Smith. He's the linebacker flip. That we flipped, I believe, from OU. Kid's fast.
Yeah, look, he just didn't eat that quarterback alive. Yeah, you're right, Kurt. I could agree with that. Very much so.
He does play a little bit of offensive line in high school, but I'm pretty sure they're recruiting him mainly for defensive tackle. But this kid may be a 3-star, but this kid's fast, and he gets to the ball, causes fumbles just like that one. Got pretty good vision too. Big tackle for a loss right there. Oh, he blocked a kick.
Oh, good lord.
Oh,
Good lord. Look at him get off the ball.
no wonder Oklahoma was looking at him. My
Y-
question is, why weren't we looking at him?
Yeah, Nisha, you're right. He's got an eye for that ball. That's for sure. Look at him. Boom.
You gotta watch those lowering the helmets there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that.
Good tackle,
Oh,
though. Good tackle. Oh, there you go. That's the way to
did you
stuff
see
them.
that? He was gonna drop into the
Mm-hmm.
zone, and then he came back in for the tackle. It looks like he's just a magnet to the ball.
Yeah, he's like a ball hawk linebacker.
He is what Xavier Sori was supposed to be
Yeah.
this year.
Watch that QB spy. You ain't getting away. There you go. That was nice.
That was Ja'Cory Smith. See, we got Jordan Harris. defensive end out of Maumelle that they're trying to flip right now. He's very tall. He is 6'7", like 225. He's still got a little meat to put on his bones, but he's very fast and athletic.
He's what you call raw talent.
He reminds me of what they should have done with Larry Worth, as big as Larry Worth was. Because I believe Larry Worth was 6'6", like 230. But they're going to have to put some meat on his bones for sure. Get him in that weight room. Get him.
Yeah, Mark, I agree. Mark says there's a million questions about the last staff's actions. Recruiting decisions are one of them. Mega big ones. Yeah. They let a lot of good talent get out of Arkansas, that's for sure. Now, whether
Yeah.
that's
One of them being
because,
a. Like, how do you lose a 5-star offensive lineman or defensive lineman to LSU?
now, it was that because they weren't given the NIL money, or was it the lack of, um,
Well, they stopped recruiting him just like they were
yeah.
stopped recruiting Ronnie Wingo's little brother, Ryan Wingo, who
Mm-hmm.
was at who's at Texas balling out. Just stop recruiting him. And then exactly what Ronnie Wingo said. They just didn't. They stopped recruiting one day. It's like we could never finish what we started with recruiting.
Right.
We recruited like a child with ADHD.
And that's one thing I could say about Silverfield. He's hit the ground running with this recruiting stuff in the state of Arkansas.
Yeah, he's putting up a fence around the state. He's bringing back the old Houston Nut mantra.
Build a foundation of talent with your homegrown kids, and then you fill out with the transfer portal
Yeah,
instead of building with the transfer portal.
once you get these homegrown kids, I mean it's different, you know. You're playing for your state. So therefore that juice that you already have can flow through your teammates, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, you let these transfers that come in know, hey man, we got pride in this team, this state.
Exactly. I mean, like he said in that interview that I was watching on Hogs Plus with Bo Mattingly. I know coaches speak with coach speak and stuff, but the dude genuinely said, you know, you're not here to play for the Arkansas Razorbacks. You're here to play for Arkansas, the state of Arkansas. But yeah, I don't think we're going to see that Mark Douglas. I don't think we're going to see that terrible game day attitude of
Yeah.
just looking like we're just in a daze, going through the motions. I don't think we're going to see that anymore. But yeah, this kid looks pretty good. Hopefully they can get him flipped. Like I said, he's very athletic. He kind of reminds me of Larry Worth, so he can either be a defensive end or like an outside linebacker. They need to get some meat on his bones. And here is Jude Hall. Jude Hall is out of Greenville, South Carolina. He's a big boy. He's 6'4", 200, and he's more of a possession type receiver. Um, he was recently committed to Memphis and has since then decommitted. But this kid catches with his hands. He's very tall, physical,
He's one of them
and I know this is a
50-50 type.
basketball term, but he can box out a catch.
Mm-hmm.
Just watch. Yeah, just you got mossed.
Yeah, that's one of those where you just throw it up and he goes and gets it.
That's what Tyrone Broden was supposed to be with his 6'7" self.
Right.
I mean, granted, the competition this kid's playing is looks a little smaller, but just look at the effort.
Yeah. And the skills are no matter what competition. I mean, doing that is him, not the competition.
Like I don't know about you, Sarge, but some of these 3 stars, like you can build a winning program with 3 stars.
Sure. Because
Look
you
at
heard,
look at Indiana.
and you heard Silverfield today say that he's going to hire staff that is good at developing young men into men and athletes.
He said he's bringing in an SEC proven staff. He's so we might not even get his offensive coordinator. Uh, it's already been confirmed that his defensive coordinator is not coming. Um, there's a lot of good defensive coordinators out there that could be picked up possibly by the end of the year. DJ Durkin is out. Um, so there's a possibility we could go get Mark Stoops, really good defensive minded coach that just got fired from Kentucky as the head coach. So
The biggest thing is what impressed me about him. You said all his coaches are going to be on the same page,
that's right.
so we won't have none of this, offense, defensive, you know, animosity towards each other. Which you can see that played a big role in why we were not successful this year.
I mean, the defense regressed last year into this year. That first year of Travis Williams' defense, man, if we would have just had offense, we probably could have won a whole lot more games.
Mm-hmm.
But this kid just, oh,
Kurt Kennis says, "Do we want Stoops as a DC?"
yes, we would want Stoops. Calipari could get Stoops here as a DC. I guarantee it. So this kid also plays corner, by the way. Now his 40 time isn't super impressive. He runs a 4.7. But I'm not saying that's not impressive because I know I couldn't run a 4.7 right now.
I couldn't run a 40.7 right now.
I could run like a 7.
I just like his size. His size, he's gonna give you that goal line. Look at the strides he takes. I mean, just it's crazy.
Right. The 40 doesn't show everything.
Mm-mm.
Effort. Second effort. Look, they have 7 people trying to stop the kid. Here he is playing defense as a safety.
Nope, I'll take that.
You don't want to see no 6'4" safety out there. Oh, he's throwing the ball.
I agree, Mark.
I agree with that 100%. But yeah, like I said, this kid's pretty talented. And here's our last one that we got. 6'6", 265, Anthony Kennedy. That got flipped. They didn't have any junior or senior year highlights, but they did have his sophomore highlights that we can take a peep at. They got him at defensive end right here. He just mollywops that kid on the left tackle. Is he gonna get Kane Archer? I think he's been trying to get in contact with him for a few days. I haven't seen anything solid saying that he's going to get Kane Archer, but he is definitely, I think, gonna attempt to. I think they're gonna get in contact, see where they're at, see what he would want to do with them, what kind of offensive play calling he's kind of looking for, and see if it's the right match for Kane Archer. Because that's
Now,
one thing that Silverfield was talking about is he wants to match his offense with the players that he has.
now, can they once they sign? Because tomorrow's National Signing Day,
Correct.
so he'd have to
You
get
can
him
opt out
before.
of your you
Does he
can
have?
opt out of your national letter of intent,
Okay.
but the school has to release you from it. Kane Archer's like a mini Tim Tebow. I mean, I can see that. The arm strength's not super strong, but the football Q is high, and the willingness to be a great teammate is his really good traits. Kind of like Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow didn't have the strongest arm, but he was athletic and he always gave it 100 on the field.
He just knew how to win.
So some neat little tidbits about Ryan Silverfield. Um, he did coach in the NFL for a little while. He was a offensive quality control assistant at the Minnesota Vikings when Brett Favre was at the Vikings. Um, he did coach at Toledo as an offensive consultant under Matt Campbell. Um, and then he became the Detroit Lions assistant offensive line coach, the Memphis offensive line coach, then became a running game coordinator and offensive line coach. 2019, he was the assistant head coach, running game coordinator, and offensive line coach. I mean, he's been damn near everywhere. He was
He,
also with Memphis, and one of his grad assistants that he worked closely with was Kenny Dillingham. Nobody knows who Kenny Dillingham is. He was one person that we were, in talks with, or supposedly in talks with. He's the Arizona State head coach. But they seem to be really close friends, and from what I hear, everybody in the Memphis area liked him. Some of the Memphis fans did like him and want him to stay, and now they're mad and scared that he's going to take their whole entire staff, which I don't think. I don't think that. I don't think he's going to bring much more of the staff other than what he's got right now. I agree, angry gamer. I think we need to. I think we need to take any kid that has the possibility of playing in the SEC in the state. We'll take them. I don't think we need to take any kids that don't have an opportunity to see the field. because I think that's one unfair uh, for the kids. It, any way you look at it.
Yeah, and that's one thing about Ryan Silverfield. What he said is uh, he wants kids that want to buy into the system and kids that are going to be able to come and contribute, not just sit on the bench. That's not what he's going to bring them here for.
Yeah.
So that's a good philosophy, And one thing I liked what he said too is and if you look right here, it says when he was with the Minnesota Vikings, from 2008 to 2010 or 13 actually, uh, he's been around paid athletes. He knows how to deal with guys that are getting paid. Uh, it's and which helps him deal with the NIL and dealing with athletes now, figuring out what they're worth and what this, that, and other. So I just think he's younger. He's more with the times. He's dealt with a lot of this stuff, so he's gonna be a lot further ahead than the coaches we had.
Yes. We are in contact with a. We're trying to currently flip a 4-star quarterback out of Louisiana. We talked about him a little bit earlier, Connor. And the kid's the truth.
Yeah, he's pretty nice, man. The video on him is
He throws a tight ball. He can throw it
accurate.
deep, accurate. That would be nice if we could get. That'd be nice if we can get. There's a couple kids in Central Arkansas um, that are trying to get flipped right now. I believe there's an offensive tackle that's committed to SMU that they're trying to flip. Um, there's another kid going to OU, I believe. He's a defensive end that they're trying to flip. Um, yeah, Steve-O, I wish we could have got DJ Durkin, but Alec 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 Golish, he keeping him. He is keeping him.
Yeah, he would have been crazy not to.
We will not be going to the 7A championship Friday night. Uh, I will
Yeah,
still be working, probably. And Sarge does not do well in big crowds.
yeah. I am not a mobile show for right right now for sure. Um, yeah. So the
To your point, Mark, I do think that Kane Archer will be a great quarterback, but I think he's going to need to sit for a little bit, learn the pace of the game, and the SEC is way faster than what he's doing at Greenwood. Um, but hopefully we get if he does commit, we can get him into some games either next year or the year after next. Um, if he does commit to the Hogs, I wouldn't mind him. He seems like he's a really good team player, and he just the only thing that kills him is his height, his size, and his arm strength.
well, that's a little bit of everything.
I mean, there's some big downsides besides the fact that the kid knows ball. He knows what he's doing with the ball, and he studies. He has a high football IQ.
Yeah. So that's a little bit about our recruits. Let's talk a little bit about what is your take on the hey, Love Wins. We appreciate you for subscribing. You're new here. Appreciate you coming in and welcome to the Sarge Squad.
I Love wins. I don't think that we were all just angry at Ryan himself. I think we were more angry with how Hunter Yurchek went about
Yes.
how he's been doing this. And
I
I've
think,
seen some information. Allegedly, Hunter Yurchek was trying to throw in Golish's contract that if he went below 8 wins, then I think his buyout went down to like 2 million or something like that. He was trying to put some corny stuff in his contract that Golish didn't like, and then Golish was approached at 2 o'clock in the morning that Sunday morning before we found out that we got Ryan Silverfield. So I think people were just more pissed off per se at Hunter Yurchek more than we were at Ryan Silverfield.
yeah.
Was I upset at first? A little bit, but then once you listen to the guy talk and talk to the team, um, it calmed me down a little bit later on in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't misspoke. You didn't misspoke at all. Love wins.
Yeah, no, it was definitely an uproar at first, and I'll be the first to say it, man. As I come out, way back when this coaching search first started, and when Silverfield's name was mentioned, I said I wouldn't mind having him. I don't think he's a bad coach. I don't think he is. I don't think we lost in this coaching hire as far as with what was left after Franklin. I think, maybe we were never in the running for Summerall. He was not going to come here. So between Golish, Morris, and Silverfield, if you look at the numbers,
we have the coach with the most coaching experience
yes.
overall. Also, he is undefeated against Alex Golish. He is undefeated against Eric Morris, and he is 1-1 with Summerall.
Excuse me. So yeah,
I saw that too. Love wins. That players knew weeks in advance that Ryan was going to be the coach, and that's why they decommitted from where they were.
Yeah. Well, even Ryan said it in the interview today on Hogs Plus, where he said, when it first came out a few weeks ago that I got the job, he said that was quote fake news, but I don't think it was fake news. I think he actually might have had the job by then because we and YT talked about this, off air, and I would ask him all the time, who's doing this recruiting all of a sudden? Who's flipping these kids all of a sudden now, or who's getting them to recommit or to commit to Arkansas? It only made sense because it wasn't Buctrino doing it, and we couldn't get them before, so it was obviously nobody we had on staff. So it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me unless it was a new coach that knew he was going to be coming here doing it behind the scenes. I don't know, but we got him. I think he's going to be, at the very least, we got to give the man a chance. We got to give him a chance to see what he can do. And I think you're right, Lovewind. I think he's going to surprise some people. His philosophies, he's bringing accountability back. He's bringing, as far as academically and on the field. So I do think there's a lot of good things he's bringing, and he's going to bring that winning culture back to Arkansas because it has definitely gone away in the last few years.
He didn't come here to lose, that's for sure.
Yes, and he wants to be here. That's a big key for me. Is he wanted to be here. He wanted the job. Not saying the other guys didn't want the job, but he really wanted the job. He even slipped up and said he would have done the job for free.
Jokingly, he did say that.
Yeah.
But he just likes working with young men and molding young men into being men.
Yeah, I think he's kind of like a Calipari in that way, and I think that he can get guys to the league. I mean, at one point I think Memphis had the most guys in the NFL, or I seen that somewhere right now. So I just think the fan base and everybody's just gotta calm down, and we gotta get the guy a chance to get a staff together to get the team built back up and let him get going. And like he says, you're gonna have to be all in. The whole state is gonna have to get all behind this program again, and that's his job. And the athletic department's job is to get the communities back behind this football team again, which they have not done a good job up until now. So we will see how they do going forward. So I'm gonna drop a link here if anybody wants to come on and talk with us about what they think about.
Hey, Miss Kathy.
Hey, Miss Kathy. Yeah, I forgot to change that, Hunter, on Twitch. Oh, he's coming to us from Twitch, man. Appreciate that over there. Yeah, we forgot to change it for the Madden 26 when we did our test stream to see if we could stream on Twitch. So yeah, my bad on that.
Hey, we're glad of being out of those. We're glad of being out of the cell too, Miss Kathy.
Yeah, man. Nothing better than hearing that door clink behind you when you're on the other side of it, Miss Kathy. Freedom. So we appreciate everybody. We're gonna have to build back up. We a little low on the numbers, but we'll get them back. Everybody gets back, and we'll get back in the system again and get going. But yeah, if anybody wants to come on and talk, the link is right there. Just click it. We're more than love to have you come on and tell us about what you like, what you dislike, what you want to see happen in this next Silverfield era of Arkansas. So, but YT, what did you think about it? What are you hoping to see?
Effort, accountability of the players. I want to see that never give up mindset.
Yeah.
I don't want to see plays being taken off. Um, I just want to see him win.
Love Win says, I think the only issue, if any, is the fact that he had one of the top teams in his conference and wasn't able to get to a championship despite the success. That's it's already in, Connor. It's up. Just scroll up a little bit. I just dropped it in. Yeah, the link is in the chat. Just scroll up about 4 or 5 comments. I
don't see it in there.
Oh, it's not? You don't see it in there?
I put it in there.
Okay. All right.
You did drop it in the Zoom chat.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I thought it should have went to everybody when I did that, but it didn't. So.
What's up, Tonka? Hey, late's better than never.
That's right. You guys doing a great job. We got 25 people watching here on YouTube and 23 likes, so we appreciate that. There we got our first guest. Let's get him in here. Connor, our local, always everyday guy.
Our baseball nerd.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, while we wait for some more guys to get in, tell us what you think. Now, here comes another one. Go ahead and tell us what you think about this so far.
I'm not opposed to it anymore, like a lot of people were, and I don't think it wasn't mainly. And I know I speak for a lot of fans. It's not that we hated the hire; it's that we were frustrated because it feels like mediocrity is all we were getting year after year with these coaching decisions, and I get that it's not. I'm not saying that he's a mediocre coach. That's not what I'm saying. It just feels like that's all we're worth to the board of trustees and the Hunter Yurachek. It seems like it wasn't just Yurachek too. It goes back before that with Jeff Long when he hired Chad Morris. I I just think that um, if you sit back and look at it and you look at his pedigree, um, and you kind of give him a chance as far as just doing your research on him, you'll find ways to get behind him. Um, and then on top of that too, uh, two of the other coaches that have come in with him, from his conference, uh, couldn't compete. So, I mean, well, aside from Summerall, but he only had what, one win. So, and then the other one went to a Big 12 or a Big 10 conference in Oklahoma State, and you'll probably never ever play him. But when you do, you feel confident that you can beat them. So, I I like the decision that they made. Even though at the time we felt like we deserved more, we felt like we deserved a splash higher from all of the mediocrity that we've gotten in the past. Um, and I feel like if this turns out to be a splash, a diamond in the rough, if you want to call it that, fans will turn around. It's not going to be like a James Franklin situation where we just hate him from the jump, but we just can't stand him the entire time he's here, and he goes to the championship and loses in the championship, and all of a sudden we're firing him after that next season. We're just like we never liked him, never wanted him. You had one of the best coaches in program history. Why would you ever want to fire that man? If that happens with Silverfield, people start jumping on him. I'm telling you right now, y'all got to y'all got to wake up. Notice a good thing when it's there.
Yeah.
Consistency is key.
Yeah.
Yep.
Scout King, good to see you, my man. We back, bro.
What's up? What's up?
We got released out of Facebook jail for good behavior, bro. We got a little early release. Or not Facebook jail, YouTube jail.
Yeah,
So
I didn't know that was going on, but
yeah,
I thought y'all
man.
was loafing.
No, we weren't loafing. We were locked up for a little bit, but we good now. We back. So tell us what you think, man. What do you think about this Silverfield hire?
I didn't really think nothing about it. As soon as I heard it about that evening when I woke up. When I clicked on my phone, I saw it. I said, okay. It just surprised me because, like I said, we were going through all that coaching stuff. After we played Memphis, his name was ringing a whole lot that week after Notre Dame, but it was so much noise that nobody paid no attention to it. You know what I'm saying? Really nobody. But his name was ringing, you know. So, but since we got him, I think this might be our guy. Cause see, it's all about the fit. It ain't about splash hires. See what I'm saying? It's about fit. Do this guy really fit? Him being this close to Arkansas, this the best we go get trying to, that we all documented on podcasts is talking about Arkansas this. We need to do Arkansas this. So he about the only guy that was gonna do it. Golders probably wasn't gonna do it. Summerall probably wasn't gonna do it. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But they probably go dig a little bit, you know what I'm saying, for the sake of it. But I think this guy probably really get it because, like you say, he was this close and already, you know what I'm saying, doing a lot of groundwork on his own for Memphis. Because, like you say, I think this guy kind of he know I could get 3 stars and develop them and turn them into something they in my program for 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Be a door-to-door salesman for the program. That's what we need.
right. So that's why I say I think he the right fit. So, but like I say, I'm hoping for the best in the situation for uh overall progress with this hire. You know what I'm saying? So we don't be changing no coach. here in the next 3 years to 4 years, and he could be, like you say, he's hopefully he put in the right work. He could be around for a long time. At least, like you say, at least get him 10 years in, and it'll be well worth it, you know.
Right. Sure.
But
Right.
how
And he's loyal.
I'm a judge him is like I said on Mo show. How we gonna know we'll be almost on to something in 2-year window? It's the quickest out of all these coaches. Cause this the class of 26 coming up this year. You hired the guys that got hired that's coming to SEC. The quickest to get to 16 to 20 wins, you own to something in the first 2 seasons. So
Yeah.
that 3rd season, if we can be knocking on 26 wins and single digit losses, be 20, like you say, 30. If we could be 26 and 30, 26 and 10 in year 3, we got us something.
Right.
In his first 36 games, we got us something. You might well just go and give him another 2-year extension and let him keep building.
Yeah.
Cause like I say, that's how I'm looking at it. The quickest to get to 16 to 20 games in his first 2, and then at year 3, we should be able to knock on 10 games that year. You know,
Yeah.
that's just at the scream most. But like I say, if we could get 3 years or 8 wins in a row, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I think
Well, you got
we'll
him for
really
5.
find out what we got. I think we'll really find out what we got it from a head coaching perspective in year 2. I'm not really going to judge him on year 1 because he's got to get his stuff together. But I think we'll really find out what we got in year 2.
Well, it doesn't help that he popped off with the first thing he said is we're going to have the best recruiting class Arkansas's ever had, and talking about this
All he's
year.
got to do is get in the top 25, and it's better.
Yeah, but that would mean he'd have to flip 8 more guys, and you've got
Well, I mean,
tomorrow to
he's
do it?
still well. That's just the early signing period. The full signing period is actually in February.
Yeah, but
National Signing Day is actually in February.
It would be nice to have maybe 4, maybe 5 guys at this juncture signing tomorrow, saying we're coming to Arkansas, and that way you've got that much, and you've got 13 that still haven't decommitted yet.
Right, and he's also already told a couple kids, hey, you might want to go somewhere else because it's not going to be here for you
or something, right?
Yeah. No, he was out of Louisiana, I believe it was. Ari Slocum.
Yeah, Slocum.
Slocum, and there was a corner. I forgot what the corner's name was, but he told him it's not going to be there, and a fullback.
However whatever he gets,
like I said,
utilize the talent.
Right. That's all you share. That's all you want. You to coach them up, develop them, and that's all. Like you say, if they love football, see that's got to be the key thing. Yeah, we're gonna be offering some money and all that, but like I say, I'm gonna make sure this kid love football. Like you say, a real talent evaluator. They can see through a kid's eyes. The kids think, what I'm saying? They kids. You can't fool no grown person with them talk. You know what I'm saying? And your body language, even their parents. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to get the money. They'll go for the money. No, I'm gonna wait on you because you kind of shaky to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go to somebody I know that got that. You got to have that spark in your eye. You know what I'm saying? That you mean what you say. Like I say, you're going to be doing a lot of work when ain't nobody looking. That's the type of players I want. I don't care if you're a 3-star. I really don't.
Well, it sounds to me like you won't be afraid to start freshmen. I mean, if he finds some good talent and there's a freshman over a senior or whatever that he likes, it sounds to me that he's not going to be afraid to start him over somebody like that.
In his interview with Bo Mattingly, he was talking about the transfer portal and kids, he said, I'm going to give kids what they're worth. But if they're coming in my office and wanting this ungodly amount of money, bye, see you, have a nice day. He's going to pay the kids what they think they're worth, and I don't think we'll be seeing overpaying for kids that are just going to sit on the bench.
Yeah.
Right.
Money's
You ain't
going to be
worth nothing
distributed.
coming out of high school.
Right.
What is
I
you
don't
worth?
think
See,
he's.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show us something.
Why are we
I
paying
don't wanna
kids
see him
$200K out of
overcompensate
high
on that,
school?
though.
You
I
know,
don't want to see him.
One at
I
a
don't want to see
time.
him overcompensate on that, though, because you do that too much, or you do that, you overcompensate on that part of it. I get not overpaying kids or whatever. I'm all for that. Don't get it twisted. But if you start doing that with every single one of those kids, and one of them comes in as a freshman or whatever, and starts in the back half of the season or whatever, getting some reps and getting ready for that next year to start or whatever, and he looks good, and then he comes in and asks for more money or whatever, and you decide to, tell him to kick rocks, and he goes to an Alabama and goes off against you in a game, I don't know how much I would like that, but I don't see that happening. Is the main thing.
Well, I mean, you take that chance with any kid too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just part of it. But the thing is I don't want to. I would rather him err on the side of caution of overpaying a kid that doesn't have the talent that he thinks he has, and you pay a kid and you're wasting money where that money could be used to other places. So Scout King. So what I'm hearing is there may be you had to change your slogan of no solutions to there. Now we have a solution in Ryan Silverfield.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, like I say, it's a new era. We was in we turned the page. Like I say, we turned the page. So, like I say, but this has got to be the hit. This is like I say, bro. This is the closest thing that we go get to, like you say, this Arkansas, bringing Arkansas. Cause that's what the subject is about. Arkansas, us. So if we miss on this guy, and who we go get next? I
Right.
guess it's gonna be Barry Lundy turn in. I guess by the time that'll be the next guy up. Well,
yeah, we'll be
I
building the
love it.
Fayetteville High
So
football team.
No, hey, I love it. If that happened, I get my shot. Like I say, I know I will bring must see TV to the state of Arkansas, and I get the if we go, it'll be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Point blank period. Because like I say, we developing players.
Midfield every game.
Yeah. So
man.
let me ask you this. We'll go around the horn here. Who would you like to see as a defensive coordinator? We'll start with you, Connor.
I was actually about to say something about this. Is that this is the biggest hire that this man can make is what's going to happen right now, and people were talking about maybe going and getting Durkin. It's not going to look like it's not going to happen. He's going to go with Golish, stay there at Auburn. Maybe go get Stoops. That would be a good hire, if at all possible. I don't know how excited he would be to become a DC after being a head coach for so long. Maybe he could, be that, assistant head coach for Silverfield at that point, since he has that kind of experience on the field, on the sidelines and stuff, and be that motivational speaker before games, that kind of guy. If not a Stoops, then maybe, I don't know. If you could have talked Golding into coming to Arkansas, that I wouldn't have been opposed to it from Ole Miss. Before they assigned him the role as permanent head coach, because despite what anybody thinks and what Alabama had to say about him when he was there, he looked a whole lot better than what was his name, Steele. They got run out of there, nearly burned at the stake. that next season, and then now you've got Womack, and he's trying to build the defense back up, and they're ready to run him out of the state. So there are several guys, and the biggest thing is that you want to get a defensive coordinator that has SEC experience, because if you go get a guy that's out of the Big Ten or out of like the ACC or something like that, that doesn't have that knowledge of what these guys are capable of doing on the offensive side of the ball, especially against a Lane Kiffin or against a DeBoer that's got his offense rolling, or against any of these high-powered offenses, you're not going to do very well on the defensive side of the ball. It's going to look a lot like it did at the end of the season this year when Bobby put in his staff. If not, maybe at the very least, it looked like a T. Will situation before he got fired. Whoever we need to get, though, we need to get somebody that's got some SEC experience, some knowledge behind them, and that could be a lot of names right now that you could probably go and pluck from a program that's not paying them what they should be paid. It would be easy to go get somebody, maybe the guy from South Carolina, that defense didn't look that bad, or maybe from Oklahoma. I know Venables has got his defense rolling, so he's not really worried about paying his defensive coordinator that much. You might be able to go pick him off. There's a lot of options out there. For me, I don't think Stoops is the option that best fits you or whatever. Be nice to have him, like I said, on the sideline, motivational wise. But if it was me, I would probably try to go for the Oklahoma DC, or maybe even pulling the white guy from LSU that was there. All right, no, actually, I think
Blake
he's gone
Baker.
now. Yeah.
Well, in his interview earlier today, he was talking about how the story leaked like 3 weeks ago that he got the job. He has NFL coaches wanting to come work for him.
I mean, I don't know. Even at that
and
point,
look at the defense.
If that's the case, then go for it.
But look at what Matt Patricia's doing. I mean, if you're hating on an NFL defensive coordinator, look what Matt Patricia's doing up there at Ohio State.
Yeah, no. Again, like I said, if you're gonna go on that kind of a route, go for it. Because I mean, those guys have that kind of experience up there, competing against some of the best offenses or the best offensive weapons. Go get one of them. I'm not opposed to it. I just want you to have a guy that you can bring in. Yes, I know.
Hold on. Let me get everybody else go, and then we'll come back around.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll leave.
Scout King, what you want? What would you like to see for a defensive coordinator?
Well, if I say the YT, if you can pull up the NCAA top defenses and give me a couple names out of that top 15, if you can.
Right, hold on.
So Sarge, for his names, I don't know, but I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to take any one of these guys in the top 15, and so I just want to see what school they at, and I take one of them because, like I say, man, when you look at when YT pull up the defense, it's from the number 1 to number 15. You're not gonna see that much of a discrepancy. See what I'm saying?
All right.
In yardage.
All right.
See what I'm saying?
Total defense for the top 10. Ohio State's number 1 at 203 yards a game. Toledo's number 2 at 248. Oregon is number 3, 251. Indiana's right behind them at 251. James Madison at 253. Texas Tech is number 6. San Diego State at 267. Iowa at 270 at number 8. Missouri 272 at number 9. And Oklahoma is number 10 at 273.
Mm-hmm. So we talking about from number 1 to number 10, we talking about what? 40 yards, 50 yards, 60 yards?
There's a 45-yard difference between first and second.
first and second.
Yeah,
Okay,
and then there's a
but
70-yard difference between first and 10th.
okay. Well, that still ain't that bad. You know, number 1, 203, you can't beat that. So what's Georgia defense running? What Georgia in the pecking order is?
Not in the
Yeah,
top
man,
10
they're
of
like
total
17.
defense.
Well, they in the top 15.
They somewhere
They're in
around
the top
17.
10. They're in the top 10 of rushing defense. They're number 6.
Okay. Yeah, but like I say, I'll be looking at anybody basically in that top 20 that I could poach from their school. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'd be looking at. Anybody in that top 20 that I could poach. I'd be trying to steal them. And, you know, and
Right.
kind of see what type of offenses they've been playing against and stuff like that. Yeah, that's the kind of coordinator I'm going for if I was him. And like I say,
He
we
said
know
he's
he's gonna
going
at
to
least
go with
get
an
paid
SEC
too.
one.
Huh?
He said he's
The
going to.
SEC?
His defensive coordinator is going to have SEC experience.
Okay. Well, which y'all like? Would y'all be mad if he post a Kirby Smart guy?
Womack?
I don't think he got the money for
Or not
that.
Womack, but yeah. I thought
Yeah,
He
he
ain't
was
getting
the
paid that
Oklahoma
much
guy.
over there in Georgia.
What is it? Schumann? Glenn
Yeah,
Schumann?
Schumann.
Don Schumer. Yeah, he ain't getting paid. He get paid. The average coordinator of the SEC get paid about $2 million to $2.5 million. He ain't getting paid that much. Shit, T. Will
Well,
was getting paid $2 million.
$2
And
million
then
too
no,
much.
They
T.
pay a lot of money on this
No,
DC
T. Will only got paid
800.
1.2 million.
He started at 800,000, I think, and then got bumped up.
Yeah.
Whoever you get,
right,
you
but
have
I'm
to put
just
some money
saying,
in on him.
y'all didn't see what Arkansas defense coordinator was getting paid. Bobby was getting paid 1.5. He got bumped up, but T. Will was making 200,000. Charles Woodson was making 750,000. Deke Adams was making $500,000. Y'all didn't see that?
No, I didn't
So
see that.
yeah,
We're
we can.
looking at. I saw the report.
Yeah.
It was 1.2.
Yeah, Miss Kathy, we gave Major Razor a little bit
Some
of
steroids.
we gave him some protein, and this is what he turned into. So yeah, he's a little bit fired up. B Hall,
Into a Pokemon he evolved.
B Hall, who's your defensive coordinator, man? Appreciate you coming on the show tonight.
Nah, bro. I just want to say, glad to see y'all back in business.
Man, we happy to be back, bro. Prison's tough, bro. Hard on brothers when you're in prison.
Yeah, we had to hold those signs up. We were holding signs up on the side of the road, Let us be great.
Look, I'm still fighting over what Amanda gave me, but I had to come in today. But I say this, I don't know any names right off the bat. I think if you're Silverfield, you need somebody that's going to be balanced on defense, that can run man and zone, and that can really get these guys to on defense to have where their eyes need to be and how to break up passes and cover. I mean, I think those are the most important keys. So I mean, I really wouldn't. There's really not no name. It's just whatever can coach that and do that and get it done.
That makes sense. I mean, basically, we need a defensive coordinator that can come in, and like Silverfield said, he wants a defensive coordinator, and they're going to build their defense around the players that they have, not make the players fit their scheme. And I think that's important to understand. Is he's basically what he's saying is he's going to put the players in best situation. Hey, Amanda, appreciate you for joining the show. And we want to make sure that I don't think we did that a lot this year. I think we tried to make the round peg fit in the square hole. instead of using the players we had and putting them in the positions to succeed. So I think we're going to see more of that coming in this new regime of, let's get the players and then we'll figure out what defense we're going to run with the players we got and be the best at that, So I do agree with that, though. It is.
Hi, Amanda.
She hears
Mrs.
y'all.
Hole is in the building.
Yeah, she's right next to me.
There you go.
Amanda, you
Here,
need to
I'll
give
say
him
this.
whatever you had. It wasn't that severe. You need to give it to him in a double dose.
Hey, bro, chill out.
Oh, it hit me hard.
Yeah, it's been some nasty stuff going around for sure. That's
Like,
that's
hey,
for sure.
I ain't, hey, like the only thing that bothers me is just I have a little sore throat. Other than that, bro, I feel fine.
It hit B Hole so hard the other night that he left mid podcast.
I had,
Thank you.
I've had the same stuff. I've had a little bit of a cough, the chills, and everything this last week. So
I got
Y'all
a
see
cough.
Vanderbilt
Hey,
flip that 5-star? Taiwan
Hey,
Porter
look,
saying
look,
Vanderbilt
this
flipped a
is what-
5-star off of Georgia.
yeah,
No,
This is-
Taiwan. I wanted to say something about that. Taiwan. He came out on Twitter, the kid, the quarterback that you're talking about, and he reported that he has not talked to either Georgia or Vanderbilt. So that report, whoever came out with that, is fake news.
So I got a
He
question.
came out on
I got a-
Twitter today and said, "No, I have not talked to either one of them. So I don't know what this news is about."
I got a question for Sarge or Ty. I almost called him Ty. Why do I want to call you Ty?
it just,
Man, it literally
it's
says
a-
YT.
it's just dyslexic.
I
You're
keep
just seeing
getting
it backwards.
I keep seeing. I guess that's what it is. All right. So here's this. Is there anything new that's happened today? Like anybody know anything? Because I'm been kind of like out of it, so I ain't really been paying attention.
There's about 5 possible flips from a couple different. I can't really. It's not solid. It's just hearsay.
Yeah.
But there's about 5 other players. About three more 4-stars and a 4-star quarterback. So 4 4-stars and a couple 3-stars.
Late last
Okay.
night, they were supposed to talk to Kane Archer, and he wasn't able to get a hold of him. He's supposed to talk to him today at some point. Haven't heard any news about that. So
Yeah, I haven't seen anything anywhere about how that went. But
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't heard anything on that. I've heard about that. He called Greenwood's head coach, try to get with Kane Archer, but that was
He was
the last
asleep.
thing I've heard.
yeah, he said
Yeah,
he
he
was
was
asleep. Or
asleep.
something. I was
he
like,
tried calling him at 11 o'clock at night. That man's working, man. He was in that interview and he said, "Man, they might as well put a bed up here for me, because I'm just gonna sleep up here."
I say this about Silverfield. This dude's really came in and really like gives a gives a crap, and I don't know. It's a little weird, a little different. Like seeing somebody that's just like so into their job and like taking it so serious and like really want to
What?
accomplish it.
And that's
Are
what
you
we should
serious?
have. That's what we should have here is a guy that That's why I like Silverfield is because from the get go he wanted the job. It wasn't about the money or the status of the SEC. He wanted to come to Arkansas and he really wants to put his heart and soul behind this rebuild. And I think if the fan base will set back and relax and give the man time, I think he can bring back he can implant a new culture of like earlier. We're done with that mediocrity now. He said in his first address to the team, the bowl games is not the standard. That is not a standard here no more. Getting to a bowl game, championships is a new standard. Now, of course, that's you got to take that for what it is. But the fact that he is not saying we're gonna make bowl games and leaving it at that is something I'd like to hear, because he's telling his kids we are not gonna settle for just getting a bowl game. That's not considered a win in his book. So that made me feel a lot better about him. And like I said at the top of the show, I have always been a fan of Silverfield's. I think he's been around the block. He's got a lot of experience of coaching. He knows how to handle kids. His team has been consistently a winning team. Now, granted, he may not have won conference championships or this, that, and another, but he is what we need to change the culture of this program right now, and I think he's our best bet. And that's why when everybody was so high on, and so mad we didn't get Golish, I asked the simple question: is what made Golish so much better than Silverfield? Because Golish hasn't done as much as Silverfield did.
I, I have a question for everybody, and this is a really good question. Could I ask it, Sarge?
Yes, absolutely.
So I've been hearing that it's very true. Even like I've been hearing this is true that not Golish, that Silverfield has had this job for about 3 weeks.
Yeah, we talked about this a little earlier. He said that
Oh, my,
he didn't, but I in the interview I think he didn't have the job. But who was recruiting all these kids when they were committing to us back 3 weeks ago with no coach?
yeah.
It had to
So
have
here's
been
my
him.
right, right. I mean, I agree. So here's my question: when for them past 3 weeks, and this is not an Arkansas question, but the last 3 games of Memphis were 3 losses. Were them
Mm-hmm.
losses probably because he already had his mind distracted of coming to Arkansas and not putting too much effort into it?
It. I
I
mean,
mean,
it could be to the tune of he was splitting time because he knew he had to get going here too. But I don't think he's the type of person that would have quit on his team over there just because he knew he was coming here.
Yeah, he's
If you
not
get
Lane
I
Kiffin.
mean, like more.
yeah,
I guess I mean like he was more like instead of being focused on the team, could his distraction of having an offer from Arkansas cause his last 3 games to go downhill and not be successful? I guess
it
that's
could
more
be.
what I mean.
It
Could the Arkansas job been a distraction
Of,
from his
of
success
course it could have
of
been.
finishing the season?
can I can I can
Okay.
I can I can I answer that question?
Absolutely, go right ahead.
Of course, it was a distraction, B Hub, because he gets 6 million a year now. Yeah, that'll be a distraction for any one of us. And he probably already seen that it was a bunch of no riffraff going on in Memphis. So guess what? I got an offer from Arkansas, and it's double. This for to be my life changing money. I might as well gonna get on the job. Cause I might if I want to stay here in Memphis, I shouldn't entertain Arkansas, and I might be gone after next season. So let me go get me my life changing money, and let me go like you say, let me go get the fire in my belly for the new job and the new task.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah, he
agree.
was distracted.
I, and and
Anybody be distracted off of 6 million a year?
and I agree. I think he also probably seen how bad of a state we were in here and was like, I got to get on this right away. I can't wait till I get there to start working. Which also shows me that he is dedicated because he was like, hey, I'm going to start making phone calls to these high schools in Arkansas, which, obviously he had been doing anyway because he had connections to a lot of these high schools in Arkansas being there at Memphis. So I do believe he could have been. So it could have, you don't know. We're not in his head. Um,
There's
We
a
know
there's a
coaches
guy
lie.
there's a guy that I've followed on Twitter for a long time. His name's Matt Mosley. He speaks about like the high school football in Arkansas and how far it's gone downhill in getting kids to want to play because there's a lot of teams around that don't even play full football anymore. It's like 7-on-7 throughout the year. Um, and he put out a tweet today saying that they should get Ryan Silverfield should unite the high school football, make high school football fun again. You know what I mean? Like make kids want to come play high school football. And that's what I think Arkansas has been lacking for a very long time.
And,
most of the kids that were playing football are now playing basketball.
And one thing I think is good about Ryan Silverfield is he's an excellent fundraiser. He knows how to go get the money and talk to boosters and get that support. There was a reason Memphis had the more support than anybody else in their division. Is because he was able to go drum up money and talk to FedEx or UPS, or was it UPS or FedEx? UPS, I think.
FedEx.
Oh, is it FedEx? So he was able to go talk to FedEx and get that support from them and a couple other big companies over there. So I expect him to be able to do the same here. And the word on the street was there was several of our top donors here that were behind Silverfield. So he's already got a couple in his pocket. Now he's just got to go sell himself to the other naysayers that didn't necessarily believe in him and make them get on board. Be like, hey, without you, the job's going to be harder. With you, we can make this job easier and we can see results faster. So I think he's a good guy for that.
And we'll get.
Yeah, he said he want to win now.
He want to get people's name out there that help support and build the program.
Right. Yeah, and you're right, Scott King. He did. He said, "I want to win right now."
He said he want to win. Yeah, he ain't trying to wait to win. But see, that's what people don't understand. Like right now, man, like I say, man, if Arkansas, we'd have had a halfway defense this year, you look at our record, would it have been safe to say we could have been a 9-3 to maybe 10-2 team? If we was equally
yoked? It's not hard to say that.
Yeah. Yeah, I can
agree with that. It's not hard to say that.
So we could have probably made the playoffs, right? With our record, with our power schedule, and 9 getting in and 9-3 or 10-2, and who knows? We probably have been the scariest team that people didn't want to play if we'd have got in the playoffs this year. You know what I'm saying? So each year now, it's like the lotto. You know what I'm saying? Every game, we got 12 games. Every game is up for grabs. It's who wanted that weekend the most, week in and week out. That's what it's gonna come down to.
And people talk about the SEC schedule next year. Well, 2 of the 3 coaches that got promoted with him up into the SEC, he's already beat several times. So it's a fact that I think we're okay with going into that schedule. Now it's not going to be easy by no means, but it's not going to be as bad as I think as what people are thinking.
No, I don't think so either. Cause see, don't y'all remember this? Let me see y'all remember this. And we was in bad shape. This coming off the Chad Moore era. Game 1, 2020 in a 10-game schedule. Who did we play? We played Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
With our players that we had, 3-star U, what was the halftime score? 10-2.
We were winning.
All right. Guess what? We hung in that game. But what was the deciding factor in that game? Kirby Smart said, oh, shit, they own this quarterback. I got to switch it up. They brought in Stetson Bennett, and he ate us alive because he was more poised, and he executed. That was the difference in that game. If he'd have left that guy in there they started with, we would have beat Georgia that day. So that's why I say a real head coach is gonna make the decisions to win a game week in and week out. You got to do what you got to do to win the game.
Yeah.
We can't do none of this foolishness that we did with Bobby Petrino the past 2 seasons, and even before Bobby Petrino got here. You know what I'm saying? Like in 2023, we posed like, hey, get KJ out of there. But you know what I'm saying? But KJ really wasn't more of the problem. Then he had no O-line to block for the guy. Right. See what I'm saying?
Right.
And
I think he's going to retain most of these players because in his player press conference, he said, "Look, y'all can stay if you want to stay, but if you leave and you go to an SEC team, we're going to kick your ass next year."
Yep.
That's what he said.
And I think Taiwan Porter said it for most of the fan base was this way. He said, I was upset at first, but after thinking about it, I'll take 50 and 20. I think
Two of
there's
them.
two. He had actually two 10-win seasons in that stretch. And I think.
You still are?
Okay, I lost all my comment. Okay, everything's back. Okay.
Yeah, it just came back.
Yeah, I don't know what that was all
It
about.
froze for a second.
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about, but
Sorry about that.
yeah, that's
Anyways,
technical
issue.
See
Yeah.
what I get pissed off about hearing about when we play football and everybody talk about Arkansas, even some of the Arkansas fans say this stuff. Man, it's still the game of football. The ones out there who want to play and hit and love to get hit and love to get the snot knocked out of them and can get back up and laugh it off, them the guys you want. And it don't matter that they 3 stars or none of that. They football players. That's what you want. They don't care. They, like you said, you want the guy to come out there with the cast on his arm and still want to play on Saturday.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Them the guys you want. And like I say, I line them up against them 5-star divas every year and punch them right in the mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's still football.
hard work
It's just that
beats
simple.
talent fails to work hard.
All right. So here's a question for y'all. What is a successful year for him, year one? What would y'all say is successful? I mean, anybody can say, hey, we won 3 games, that's better than the 2 games, but what would y'all say would be a successful first year for Ryan Silverfield?
Can I go
Connor?
first?
Oh,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
you can go first if you want to.
All right, like I said, for me, like I said from the beginning, 1 or 2 of these coaches that's coming out of the conference, all the way from the guy that's going to UCLA from James Madison to the guys that's going in the SEC and all of this. 1 or 2 of these guys gonna be a hit. I'm giving 1 or 2 of them gonna be a hit. I'm hoping we got one of them. So if we got that one guy, it like I said, I'm looking for the guy to get me in 2 years. I'm looking for 16 to 20 wins. That's my window. So if he could get me 8 wins next year, it's a hit. It's a hit. So my goal is 8. Give me 8 votes.
All right, Connor.
I think that realistically, if you give me 5 wins, maybe beat Utah, and maybe beat one of the rivalry games, either A&M or Missouri, one of those. Get one of those games, the boot, something like that. You can pull one of those out with a 5-win SEC, conference slate. Give me 5 wins out of those 9 there, and then beat Utah. I consider that a win. So what, 6? Maybe going 6-6, getting to a bowl, maybe getting 7 at the best. Bowl game is your high. If at the very least, if you can get 4 or 5 wins, I'll count it a success. You get anywhere from that in that range, I'll be happy.
B Hall. What do you consider success for next year?
What I would have to say success for a new coach coming in, you can't put a whole lot on him for his first year, but you do want to see some wins. I think the biggest thing is doing better than what we did this season. So realistically, I think anywhere between 4 to 5 wins. Ooh, excuse me, sorry. Especially if you're going to keep some of these players or keep a lot of them and get a lot of them to stay. I mean, it still has question up in my head. Okay, what is this defense? Some of these defense players still going to play like? Or are they going to be? Are they going to get better? Or are they going to still be the same as last year? And I'm talking about the players that we already have that are going to be here for next year. So I mean, I can't put a whole lot too much. I say 4 or 5 wins. I'd be like, okay, I'm cool with that. Because his second year, those should be by his second year. That should be when he has his pretty much his guys. So that's how I look at it. I can't put too much on them.
I would say probably. I would say 5 to 6 wins. If you can get us to a bowl game next year, you've done something um, pretty outstanding. I think in the first year. Because in that first year, you got to understand he's going to be having a new defensive coordinator that's going to be trying to implement a system. A new offensive coordinator probably that's going to be having to offer, put in a system. Do we have KJ? Do we not have KJ? Who we got as quarterback will be one of those questions. I think the biggest thing is we're not going to be losing games no more because of lack of effort. We're not going to see the guys not hustling to the ball. We're going to see more gang tackling, more better tackling. I think we're going to see better fundamentals of the game because, like Scott King says, it's football. Football is football at the end of the day. If you do your job, your team will be successful. And I think when we get coaches in here that will establish that and get the kids right, I think that's going to automatically give you a win or two more that you may not have had. So if we can get to a bowl game and possibly win a bowl game, give you 7 wins, but just getting to a bowl game in the first year, to me, would be outstanding. YT, what do you think?
I think I don't think that the wins matter, but effort shown on the field matters.
Facts.
Not just for like moral victory, but I want to see the team come together and play for each other instead of just for themselves. Say we do get a 5-star transfer in the portal, I want him to play like a 5-star, not a 3.5-star.
Right.
Live up to your reputation. If you're
YG.
known for hitting somebody in the mouth, I want to see you hit them in the mouth.
And I think that
YG, that ain't go. That's gonna get people fired. YG, that's gonna get people fired. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we gotta win, bro. The objective each time we roll out there is to win. It ain't about effort. It's about effort, but man, it's a collaboration. See what I'm saying? You can't go out there and just talk about effort. Dog, we want to have that in our head. We want to dream that we winning. You see what I'm saying? All that got to be when you play football. You got to dream and eat this stuff, man. You got to be already have your mind on Thursday, Friday night. We gonna win this game. See what I'm saying? Just can't go in there like that. Just and think that's gonna happen.
That's what I mean. Like we gotta. You know how sometimes on those easy games that come in, like say this North Alabama team that comes in. You remember how Pittman teams at home against these cupcake teams just come out there just all moping around, slouching. I want them to come out there, put their foot on their neck, and drop 70 on their head.
Well, I think under this coach, I think we probably will get this dog mentality that we've been looking for years. I think we gonna probably get that dog mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he'll probably call those type of games. Hey, hey, halftime, we want to demolish these guys. Like you said, we go kick their ass in the first half and get them no hope.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next guys is going in, hey, score. That's all I want y'all to do, score. Then you get on who playing on defense. Yeah, like I say, I don't think it's going to be this nice guy Pittman culture we had. And
I want that Martrell Space culture.
Year.
You know what I'm talking about? Martrell Space taking people's heads off in the fourth quarter.
A football game has 4 quarters in it. You can't just play in the first half and then come out in the second half cruising, or you can't just come out, not ready in the first half.
We've seen how that worked out this year.
Yes, you gotta be playing all 4 quarters. It don't matter what the opponent is, North Alabama or Georgia. You got to come out ready to fight and hit them in the mouth every single play. every single drive, every single quarter.
Yeah, no
I
matter
say
who's in the game.
I
Yeah.
say this when you have a head coach that has that's having a mentality of, hey, look, we're here to win and kick everybody's ass. That's exactly his words. And have the mentality of also of we're not here to just to compete. We're here to go compete for an SEC championship. We're here to go compete for a playoff run and to win a natty. And I think having that mentality as a head coach and for an Arkansas fan, we ain't had that in a while. So it's like for a coach to come in and have that and really want to do something and wants to be here. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't bet my money on it that he could do it. You have that mentality and you put your mind to it, like I mean, if you do what you're doing right now every year in recruiting and really keep what you're saying, and that's how your mentality is, you're gonna have these players the same way every game they go out and play on the field.
And that's where you get your consistency from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
you actually.
Now, let me say this, y'all. Now, now, like I say, that's the mentality Kirby brought to Georgia. It wasn't no guarantee Georgia Kirby Smart was gonna be a hit at Georgia. See what I'm saying?
That's
This is
true.
his first head coach job. But guess what? He had that dog mentality from day one. We go play like dogs and we go eat them alive. We go outplay these guys for 4 quarter. We go still stomp on their neck. And that's the culture he planted from day one all the way up to now. We in the ain't nothing. He said he just amplifies it.
Yeah.
If we paying you now, it just amplifies. You better be a dog.
Yeah. And I think that goes, you know, with the head coach having that mentality. And I think, which then in turns, he brings in players with that same mentality. Um, and the ones that, you know, that don't have that mentality, I don't think are going to be here long. You will see the players that want to play for championships stay, and you will see the players that were here only for money or just for the game will be going somewhere else. I think he's going to bring in winners and kids that want to win. So I'm excited to see what he can do and what he's
The
going to be
big thing,
doing.
the big thing I'm hoping for Sarge is that he doesn't allow boosters or board of trustee members to get too involved in the recruiting process and saying, "Hey, I'm going to bring this guy to you. If you'll sign him, let him come in and play. I'll pay him that money to come play as long as you start him." Or I don't want that. Not anymore. We've seen how that turned out.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah,
go get your players.
we'd like to have your money and your support, but that's
Yeah,
as far as it goes.
and if you give us that money for that kid or whatever, that's fine.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
don't tell me how to utilize him. If
Right.
he's not playing good and I decide to bench him, don't get mad at me because I'm
Yeah.
doing what's best for this program and for the state. I'm not doing what's best for you.
Right. And I think that's a quality Silverfield has, and we will see going forward, is that he's able to work things out with the donors and stuff, and not have them be like, okay, I gave you this much money, and this guy never leaves the field. I think he goes into them and says exactly what we just talked about. Hey, we would love to have your support. We need your support to be successful, but that's all we need is your support. And I think going forward, that is the great mindset to have when you talk to donors, because it is. It's going to take if Arkansas wants to make this turnaround and make it quickly, it's just like he said, it's all in mentality from everybody, the community, the college, the players, the program, everybody, the boosters, they all got to be all in to make this work. And I think he is getting. I think the excitement train is slowly starting to pull out of the station, as days pass. I don't think it was definitely not there when he was announced, but I think that they are shoveling coal into that steamer engine now, and there's some steam starting to come out the top of that stack, and he's going to get moving soon.
The thing's looking like the
That's gonna
Coors
come
Light
out
train.
Thursday.
Yeah.
That's coming Thursday. That's
Yes.
coming out Thursday.
We will have the reaction show right after, that evening after his press conference, and I think that's a big one. He's got to win the community, and he's got to win the boosters in that press conference.
Well, Sarge, I think that waiting to do it until Thursday helped him tremendously.
Absolutely.
Look at what happened with Summerall and with Golish. They
Yes.
did theirs as soon as they got to the state, and you see them fumbling over themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to give Silverfield a chance to do some stuff and get some weight behind him before going into the press conference, so that he has some stuff to talk about with media and get people behind him on, instead of just giving them promises.
And it also gave us, the fan base, time to cool off.
Yeah,
because it wouldn't have been pretty.
He says, "Hey," when he comes in there and he says, "Hey, I've already got 3 4-stars, and I've already got a couple of 3-stars coming in that are or borderline 4-stars." He said, "I've got these guys that I'm working with right now. I got a couple more 4-stars that are wanting to come in. Still talking to them, getting them in here, or whatever. We've got the base set. We're locking it in or whatever." And then hopefully he figures out what he's going to do with his coordinators, the rest of them. He gives you a base of like, this is what I'm doing with the defense. This is what we're doing with the special teams, the offense. If he has a chance to get that stuff together and then present it to fans and media, instead of just throwing guesses out, is like, I might be able to do it this way, or get this guy, or hire this guy.
Yeah, he's basically
that makes a world of difference.
Basically, he's got to sell his plan.
Yeah,
he's going to lay his plan out to the community, to the state, and he's got to sell it to the state Thursday, and get the state to be all in.
You have it.
Yes,
it's better to sell it when you have it than to sell you something and it may not even possibly happen.
Right.
Well,
we've seen that with Golish.
Go ahead, Bill.
Go ahead, Bill.
How I look at this from what he's doing right now to having the conference Thursday, I think it's great. I think what it shows is his leadership of putting aside what's not important and focusing on right now what is important.
Facts.
And when you take a look around and you see Summerall and Golish, I don't know too much about what's going on with Florida, but when I look over at Auburn's lost some top recruits. Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering if that's because Golish is not putting his focus in and at the right spot right now. Because you got a few days. People want to hear from you immediately. And I think when you see Silverfield, his first day, dude came in. Your first day, you didn't have to work. You could have just toured around and just looked at it.
He could have went and kissed babies and shook hands.
Yeah. You came in and you took a look around, but you was working at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I like, because that shows, hey, guess what? I'm putting the state first instead of myself.
Yeah. I like a coach that, like he said, he told his players, I'm having them put a cot in the office because that's where I'm going to be for the next 48 to 72 hours nonstop. I got work to do.
Come on in and let's watch some film together.
Yes.
He doesn't like to self-promote himself neither.
Right. He's not that guy that's going to go out there and be like, look what I done. He's going to let his actions and his work speak for him. And that's I like that, man. I just do. I like his work ethic. I like his excitement for the program, and I like and that's infectious. When you have a head coach that is excited to be there and a head coach that is coming with fresh new ideas, your kids are more apt to buy into that than they are when you got, and again, these old heads, just God bless them, they were good in their day, but the game is changing too much for them to keep up. And we got a young guy in there that's got energy. That dude's got as much energy as a lot of these kids do.
I just posted the link, Sports Propaganda, if you wanted to hop on.
Yeah, just hit that link, sport. Yeah, and
he's really showing a blue collar-esque kind of vibe to himself. It's like he just gets to the ground, gets nitty gritty, doesn't care about anything else except the job. and taking care of what
Hey,
needs to be taken care of.
believe it or not, fellas, I'm gonna tell you who you looking at. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, you looking at Houston Nut 4.0 reincarnated 20 years later,
No, I don't.
30
but
years
with a
later.
better record.
I don't have a problem with that, Scout King. I really don't, because I think you're right. I do
No,
think you're right on that.
I'm just saying, coming in, what did Arkansas do year one with the players that couldn't win? They thought they couldn't win. They thought they was trash. Blah 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 blah. They took off. They
Mm-hmm.
believed they took off.
And
You know
and
what I'm
here's the
saying?
thing.
So that's why I
Here's
say, did nobody know what Arkansas was gonna do that season? They would still pick last. See what I'm saying? But like I say, every game is up for grab every year. Everybody started zero. See what I'm saying? So you know, everybody start every game with 0 points, and the clock start running.
Absolutely.
So how you
yeah,
win the game, it doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
and here's another thing about the guy. He said I'm not into all that corny stuff. I don't have no catchphrases, no sayings. All he says is all in. And
Eyes
that's
up.
all he wants.
Eyes up, all in. So, hey,
Yep.
Sports Lives Reaction, man. Appreciate you coming on the show, man. We're glad to have you, man. We'll let you get a little bit of time in here since you just getting on the show. First thing is, let us know what you think about the Silverfield hire, man. You happy with it? You good? You mad? You might be
Muted.
you might be muted if you're
I don't think
talking.
he said anything.
Oh, here he comes.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yep.
Hey, at first I was pretty down about it. I was not happy. I felt like we settled. I felt like Hunter Yurachek made a fool of himself. But the more I thought about it, the more I did my research. And dude's a winner. I mean, say what you want about his rosters and the talent that was at Memphis. I mean, he built those rosters.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I can't hate a man for having a talented team that he built. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you know, and it's so hard watching all the national media because they're glazing Auburn and Florida, but our coaches beat them boys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I have a feeling if Silverfield had went to Auburn, you'd hear about, oh, well, that is a great hire by Auburn, you know?
Right.
So the Razorbacks ain't going to get no love from the national media no matter what they do. You know what I mean?
Right. That's a fact.
I mean, just in his first 24 hours, I mean, he's already signed 4 high-level homegrown players. And Golish has lost a 5-star to Mississippi State and another 4-star and another 5-star, and Cam Coleman is hopping in the portal as we speak. You know what I'm saying? But nobody's going to report that. You know what I mean? Because that would go
I think
against the
someone else
narratives
lost
that the
two so
SEC
far.
pushes.
Right.
You know?
I'd throw a mill at Cam Coleman to come catch at Arkansas.
Oh yeah.
You ain't
I
lying.
mean, it's getting season. I mean, you've got defensive linemen from Tennessee hopping in the portal. Let's see what this coach can do. I'm really, really interested to see what happens tomorrow on signing day.
Yeah, I agree.
It's
So
going to be pretty crazy. I think we're going to get surprised.
our next question was what would you like to see him do with his defensive core? Who would you like to see as the defensive coordinator that he brings in?
I want to see a winner.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care where he gets him from as long as he's a winner. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I get that we want SEC guys, but the more I think about it, a lot of these other SEC defensive coordinators are really good at certain schools because of the infrastructure and the talent that they've got at those schools. Durkin's a hell of a defensive coordinator when he's got 5-stars all across the field. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
thought Don Chavis was going to be a hell of a defensive coordinator when Chad Morris hired him. Dude was trash. You know what I'm saying? He
The
robbed
time
us.
passed him by. The time
You
passed
know
that
what I
man
mean?
by.
So if we've got to go and get a winner, I'm not opposed to that, but I would like to see an SEC coach.
Yes, and I think that's what he said. That Silver said that he was going to bring in an SEC experienced defensive coordinator. So we'll see who that is. I'm excited to see how he starts putting his staff together for sure. Um, but yeah, I can't remember the other questions. YT, you remember?
Ask about the wins for
Oh
next
yeah,
year.
yeah. What do you consider a success for next year? Thanks, Scout King.
Well, number one, my definition of successful would be, can we get our players to play like their star ratings say? It's going to be tough his first year. I feel like we need to make a bowl game.
Yeah, that's
But if we don't, all I want to see is effort, man. Because I know if the players are playing hard and we've got a culture of, you're not going to come into our stadium and run all over us. I want to see him punch folks in the mouth. You know what I mean?
that's facts.
And I think this new coach can do it. I mean, he beat SEC teams while he was at Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about SEC teams with twice the talent, and he
And let's
won.
not
You
forget,
know what
he
I'm
beat
saying?
us. I mean,
Maybe
We
you
had the
won't. We had a better
we
roster.
had the 23rd most talented team this year, according to 24/7, just based on overall players.
Mm-hmm. So
What
yeah, I
was
mean,
65th or something like that?
He's 2-2 in this against SEC opponents. Lost two,
Mm.
won two. So
hey Marie, welcome to the show. She
But I'm gonna
said,
keep listening. I
grab
gotta hop
Womack for
off.
defense. Yeah, well, we appreciate you, man. You're welcome on the show anytime, brother.
All right, thanks for having
See,
me.
Absolutely.
Womack with the history at Arkansas, it makes sense that he would go get him. I'd personally like the Oklahoma DC more, but it doesn't matter if he's got SEC experience. I think that's where you need to be at.
well, this really makes me feel like for him, if he said that, did he make that statement that we're
Yes,
gonna
he
go get
made
a
that
SEC?
statement. He was going to get
Yes.
So
a DC with
that
SEC experience.
that tells me he with them 3 weeks of like they said he's probably been had the job but just waiting to keep it silent, and it's crazy how quiet it did get with him. Um, but I bet you in them past 3 weeks when he was not around at Memphis and he was at home, I bet you he was making phone calls to some coordinators, offense and defense. He probably has some people in mind and probably trying to work something out with them right now, or probably already has them, but he's focused on getting these recruits in right now for signing day.
Well, he did say that when he was offered or when they said he was offered a job, he got a bunch of phone calls from NFL coaches and coaches all around the country that were wanting to work with him. So finding staff will not be the problem for him. I think finding the right staff is what's important. The right person is what's going to be important for him.
One thing you'll need though,
I think
you'll need to spend the money on him, whoever it
yes,
is.
yes, absolutely. And I think that's going to show us where if Hunter was lying to us or not. Is when they said he was going to have the support and everything he needed and all this stuff was going to happen. We are going to know by the time he starts hiring staff. We're going to know by the time the transfer portal starts coming around, by the players we're getting. We're going to know if the support is there. And if the support ain't there, the fan base, don't be mad at Silverfield. Be mad at Yurchek for lying to us because
Yeah.
he's the one that said they were going to
Right.
put all this money together for the next coach. And
See,
I already had it together.
See, it makes me feel like they got the money. They're doing it. How are you getting some of
He
these
said
commitments that go to?
That's
You had one guy
that's
that
a
went to Miami,
That's
and
something I
then
would
back
say
home.
that you're right, Behold. That's a good indicator so far. I would agree
I
with you on
mean,
that.
Yurchek has put championship in his mouth twice. Once with Pittman
I,
saying that we were not he does not, we're not built to win championships under Pittman. And then when he hired Silverfield, he said he has the values that we have in winning championships. So if you're going to add that little sentence in there when you're talking about Silverfield and
that's
championships, you're going to need to spend money and get
yeah.
behind it.
I got something to tell you, Connor. When he was sitting
Well, Emmy,
at Silverfield's house, he said after Silverfield signed up papers, he said, "Let's go win a championship."
That's what I'm saying. If you're going to say that to a coach, you better be supporting that man. Give him some money. If you don't give him no money, you need to leave the state in a hurry.
You definitely can't say that
Nah,
if
that's
you ain't
what you
giving him
call
support.
self-sabotage.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
No, I really think Hunter Yurchek realized he really messed up, and during this time he really had to make some change. And the thing is, you just can't just say stuff now because you got the whole fan base on your butt,
Oh yeah.
and so for you to say let's go win a championship, that tells me, and I know it. I know they're going to give him the support and financial they need because the last thing that they need to happen is to be back in this cycle and not to be in the SEC in 2030 and lose a lot of money. Man, that
Well,
school can't take that because they need
here's
everything they can get.
the last thing
here's
that
a
I saw reported for NIL was 22.5 million for this year. That kind of stake in NIL for your coach, that's a big move.
Yeah. Competing, it was only like 7 or 8 for Sam or something.
here's
So
a
Right.
big
So
question. What do y'all think that board of directors meeting is going to go like for tomorrow? Because Hunter's going in front of the board tomorrow.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know. I don't know necessarily if it was Hunter Yurchek that went and got Silverfield. I truly believe that Hunter Yurchek was betting the farm on Golish, and then when all this stuff happened with Golish, somebody stepped in and was like, "No, I'm not about to let you mess this up for the state," and they called Silverfield, and that's how this whole thing happened.
I heard he wanted Silverfield, but others
There's
I
a
wanted
don't
lot of
believe that.
Golish.
Auburn people that are upset about getting Golish. There's a lot of Florida people pissed off about Sumrall.
yeah. So
I
it's
don't.
almost like nobody was happy with these G5 coaches,
Well,
but at the end of
Well, I
the
mean,
day,
everybody's retiring. All the top coaches are
yeah.
retiring or going to the NFL. You know,
And that's why I was saying
it's kind of the
earlier,
opposite for us though. We were all mad when as soon as it happened, and now we're all quiet. Like I'm pretty sure the majority of the state's quiet right now because of what's happening. Everywhere else,
Florida's
like you said,
still
Auburn and Florida, they're all
pissed.
starting to get mad.
yeah. Well, it's because I think it was kind of. I think B Hall said it earlier. It all stems to our coach come in and hit the ground running, working, and them coaches went around kissing babies and
Yeah,
shaking hands. And our coach went and was like, "I ain't got time for that. I'll do that later. I got to go get my players and guys that are in this state, and I got to bring them home before anything else." And I
they
think
are public
people are
figures.
starting to. I think people are starting to see that Silverfield is not one of
A
those coaches.
grinder.
He's not going to be like Scout King says. He's not a loafer. He a grinder. He gonna go out there and he gonna work, and he gonna get to people and get this state. He gonna be like Trump. He gonna build a wall around this state. You ain't gonna take our top talent from our
Yeah,
state no more.
he could be walking around the stadium and everything with a MAGA hat on, make Arkansas great again.
Right. I mean, and it's the
Man,
way it should be. We should not. Our level talent should not be leaving this state. And we finally got a
hey,
coach.
can
I
I
think that's
ask
going to
y'all?
keep that.
You want to know what
Can
made?
I?
You want to know what? Hold on, Scout King. I want to say this. I'm gonna tell you why Auburn fans don't like Golish right now. Cause you're losing recruits. You want to know why Florida's not like Summerall right now? Cause why in the hell during your conference are you gonna bring up that you was on the phone with Lane Kiffin? Come on, dog. You can't do that.
Right.
You
Yeah.
can't do that. And when you done that, because the Florida fans wanted Lane Kiffin, you throw that up that y'all been talking, and then now he's off to LSU and you're there. That just makes the Florida fans feel like this was just a sabotage on their end, which I still think it's a good job for him for Summerall. But then again, it's like
And
you
that's
should have never brought Lane Kiffin up. Period, dog.
yeah. And that's
What are
why
you
I said
doing?
Thursday is important for Silverfield to win the state with his press conference. You see these other guys, they did damage to themselves with their press conferences. He's got to win the state, and I think he's
Alex
doing that.
Golish looked lost in his press conference.
So I think
Oh
he's
man,
going. I think he's gonna. They set him up for success by letting him get here, get to work, and then put it in the press conference on later this week. So I think that's a good
But
thing.
here's the one thing that's not going to help anything.
Hold
is the
on,
fact
Connor.
that national media downplays everything.
Right. Hold on a second. Go ahead, Scout King. Ask your question you wanted to ask there.
Would y'all get mad if Lane Kiffin posts KJ Jefferson? KJ Jackson next for LSU.
Hell yeah,
He's
I'd be
not
mad.
going to.
He ain't
'Cause
gonna
he
take
finna have a
KJ
whole lot of
Jackson.
money.
Man, I
I'm
say
just
this.
saying.
I
But
would.
hey, you got to think about it. Just hold up. You got to think about it. Lane Kiffin got an orthodox approach. He'll take your talent, even though Lil Mike Simmons might come on over there to LSU next year if it's Canvas. I don't know if he got one more year left or eligibility or whatever. But just say if that's the case, he like, hey, I need at least 2 quarterbacks, and he's like, shit, KJ, yeah, I give you 800,000 to come over here and compete. You know what I'm saying?
There you go, Mello.
Next year. Would you
He ain't worried about
would
us.
y'all really be mad?
No, if KJ left, I would like y'all. Everybody talked about Bobby going
I
back
don't
to his
think
ex
he's leaving.
girlfriend. Well, here's this: like everybody talked about Bobby going back to his ex girlfriend, which was his ex wife, which was Arkansas. Just like if KJ, this is the university is your girl now. But the thing is, if you go choose another girl, all I gotta say, if you can take them, you can have them.
Well, what I say, I don't think he would go anywhere because why would you go anywhere and have to work your way back up into a starter again when you know you're going to be pretty much the man if you stay here in this system?
Yeah.
I mean,
To me,
it would be
Here's
crazy for him to leave.
here's
To me, I
another
quote
big question,
Silverfield.
guys. Do y'all think that Silverfield's the kind of coach that screw
Welcome to
what
the
the
show,
AD
Mello.
says and go into the third lane by himself?
No, I actually think he's the coach
No,
that's not even going to have a third lane. You're just going to have 2 lanes, his way and the team's way. That's it.
it's one way. That's all there is. Behold, right there.
Nah,
You
you
said
got
2
you
lanes.
got to
That's
have
not
two
2 lanes.
lanes.
That's
You
one way.
no, you got to have 2 lanes because if you don't have 2 lanes, guess what? You come in a 1 lane traffic, you're going to be backed up so bad. If you have 2 lanes, guess what? It's not going to be as long, and you
So
can
you're
still get around.
so you don't want him to that third lane where he's out there getting other great players off of somebody else's team.
I mean, something, bro. You don't even need third lanes in Arkansas.
We need the duffel bag boy to drop off the phone, drop off the money.
Man, hey, like I said, here in Arkansas, man, it ain't that. You don't
We
need
don't
three
know
lanes. You
we
just
don't
need
know
two
what type of
lanes.
attitude he might have. He might be a third lane type of coach. You know
Shit,
what I'm saying? You don't know.
he might be a
That's what
six
But
Lane
lane
Kiffin
type
but
of
does.
coach.
he might. But I'm just saying, we don't know what type of players gonna be available in January. We might be surprised about the players in January. Then we gotta be thinking about the players that's available. They might be some good top tier players that know like shit. Arkansas available. They got a new coach. They got a new start. Hey, guess what? I know I can go over there and start. See what I'm saying? And they good quality players.
Yeah.
So we might get a hell of a bargain coming up.
That's true.
I
Mello,
just think.
hold on,
Go
Connor.
ahead, my bad.
Mello, welcome to the show, bro. We out of prison, man. We got out of jail, bro. So we back going. You muted, bro. We still muted. We can't hear you.
And some basketball people, I tell you what, always causing problems.
Hey, now.
Don't hang down nothing. Look what they done. You got all hyped up about Duke. Look what happened. We got beat by Duke.
Bro, we finna lose to
I
Louisville
can
tomorrow.
already read his lips. He
It's
said,
Yeah.
Louisville.
It's Louisville.
No,
It's
we,
He
we
knows I'm
can't.
Louisville.
giving him a
We
hard
can't
time.
hear you,
He
bud.
knows I love this basketball team just like I love the baseball team.
No worries. When you get your sound figured out, let me know. We'll hear you.
Yeah, I got to give my boy Mello a hard time. He over here preaching it's a basketball school, and I still think we baseball school. But he know I'm messing with him.
Man, we
Oh,
can't even be
Tonko
a
wanted me to
baseball
tell you
school.
earlier, Silverfield to be a better baseball coach than Dave Van Horn.
Hey,
Probably
that's fine
so.
if he thinks he can be. I'm gonna tell you right now, Tonka, go ahead and get back
I
to
mean,
waxing that head, boy.
Connor, Connor, no disrespect to Dave Van Horn. He's a great coach, but he's like Franklin. He just can't get over that hill to get it.
He will.
It's not
Oh.
He
Behold.
will.
You can't compare. You can't compare the two
Oh.
sports though. Baseball, anybody can win anything. Coastal Carolina's
No,
won
that's
state
it's not that.
championships. I mean, national
It's about
championships.
It's about Franklin's made it to the playoffs, but he just can't get it to. He can't win that final game.
Behold,
Just like
baseball's
Arkansas,
not
we
the
can't
same
win that final
thing.
game. We choking. You want me to remind you about that? What was it? Who did we lose to? Oregon State.
2019.
Not the same thing, Behold. You're
I
comparing
don't
apples to
care.
oranges.
No, I ain't.
Yes, you are.
They both. You made playoff. You made a championship run in baseball, and you still couldn't get it done. Just like
All
they couldn't
right.
get it done in
We
football.
don't care
It
about
All
that right
right.
now.
All
All
right.
right, we don't care about that right now. We on the football right now. Baseball's coming. Baseball's coming. Connor will have a lot to talk about. I promise.
Be here. I have a whole lot to talk about. Be a long-winded show.
Yeah. So the uh
2,000 years later shows.
I ain't gonna be that long. I got work and stuff to be doing, but hey, I'll try to keep it within an hour.
Mr. Bloodline says, I want a figurine of Major Razor like a He-Man figure.
Bobblehead.
We'll try and see what we can do with that, Mr. Bloodline. We appreciate that. Major
man,
Get you a
Razor.
major razor bobblehead.
Florida lost to
You put him
Duke.
on a shirt for real.
Yeah, I'm going to. We're going to have some merch and stuff of him. I got a few design ideas that I'm going to do with him. It's going to be pretty cool looking.
Nice.
Sports propaganda. We will be live Thursday. We are thinking about doing a little bit of showing some love to the women's basketball. And they got a game Thursday night that we may stream live, and showing some love to the women's basketball. But I know that tomorrow night is Mo's night, niche. So I'm sure he will be. We will be live Thursday, but we're either gonna bring you a game, and we might do both. We might come on a little early and recap the press conference, and then bring the women's basketball game live or another game of some sort to you guys to get back in the swing of things here. We figured out, what got us thrown in jail, so we know what not to do now.
Hey, Sarge.
Yeah.
Can we talk about just for a second about what's going on with the Lane Kiffin stuff? Have you seen anything about it recently?
No,
I know that his offensive coordinator's going back to Ole Miss to coach into the playoffs.
Are you
Well,
serious?
so
Yes.
the players and everybody over there that he reported that they wanted him to stay and all this stuff or whatever, and that it was the AD that forced him out, said he couldn't coach. Apparently, the players are supporting the athletic director, and they said that they told him to kick rocks, and the AD was begging him to stay. So everything that he was touting about how he was just woe is me kind of stuff. They didn't want me there, even though the players did, was a bald-faced lie.
He did the same thing at Tennessee. I don't know when anybody's just going to stop listening to what that man says.
I don't know
that SEC
if I'm a player.
Reported that he said he got run off the road.
If I'm a player and my coach is leaving me, after we played our butts off and got a college playoff bid potential, because I'm not sure if they got it for sure yet, but most likely will. Why would I? You don't think I'm going to be a little pissed off if my coach leaves me to go to another school?
Boy, I'd be livid.
I would tell that man exactly the same thing. Dude, you leaving us after you coach it? Nah, bro. I'll play for somebody that wants to be here. Not somebody that wants to go leave us to chase money, because that's all that man does is chase money.
And then you gut us
Some
out
around
so
coaching.
that we don't have anybody to help.
Some around coaching.
Yeah,
Florida let some around coach.
yeah. So did
I'm a
Oklahoma
Yep.
State. They did Eric Morris the same way.
I'm a cheer for Ole Miss to win in the playoffs because they're going. I'm a cheer for them to win, and I hope they do, and I hope they win it all, just so they can look at Lane Kiffin and said, "We didn't even need you."
What's
I'm sure if
crazy is
Silverfield
LSU's
had-
going to pay him. LSU's
I'm
going to
sure
pay him as if he was coaching.
I'm sure if Silverfield had that option, or whatever, they would have let him continue coaching or whatever. They would have said, "Hey, finish your season out."
Did you figure your sound out, Mello? It says guest has muted themselves.
Nope,
Oh,
he gone.
we lost him.
Today's podcast is brought to you in part by Ozarks.
Hey,
Go.
wait a minute. There he go. There he is.
Yeah.
Now we got him. What's up, man? We back from the jail, but the big house, bro. We back live again.
I know, man. Someone told me, man. They came to cut you.
Yeah, they picked us up, man, and they wouldn't let us be great. So we back. We fixing the we gonna be. Hey, you two may be here, but when they gone, we be streaming again. Don't. We gonna be back. Don't lie. We figured a way around that stuff. So we know what to do. So we'll still be doing games. But what you be thinking, man? What do you think about all this Ryan Silverfield stuff? Look,
We gonna see, man. I ain't gonna lie. I've been watching all the national people, and they ain't with the Ron Silverfield. But I mean, it is.
Are they not with him because
got
it's
well.
Ryan Silverfield, or are they not with him because it's Arkansas?
I think it's more Silver. I think they feel like we grabbed the last resort type shit. And then I heard somebody say that Silverfield had the most money in NIL at Memphis, and they never.
No. That was USF.
You think USF had more money than him?
That was reported.
Mm-hmm.
That's what was reported. That
Well, basically,
USF.
saying
They
he
was the
had-
top two.
Yeah,
They
were
was the
saying
top
he had
two.
the most-
USF was
Yeah.
one, and Memphis was second.
Yeah,
Memphis
but
was
basically what I
second.
was hearing, we got you. They were saying that he had a lot of talent and he never won the conference and shit. So I don't know what that's worth, but we're gonna see.
We were Nisha. Yeah, that's the only argument really that anybody can say is he did have talent. He never won a conference championship. That's the only thing somebody could bring up that I can't say. Well, but defend, and I don't know why that was, to be honest. But it's that we know this. The man can raise money. The man wanted to be here at Arkansas. He's already
loyal.
bringing homegrown talent back to Arkansas and keeping what's here. And he ain't been here 3 days now, and he's
Yeah,
done
I do
more.
like that.
He's done more in 3 days than most of these coaches did in their whole time they were here.
Yeah, I do like that he went and
Sarge,
got the high school kids though. I do like that. I appreciate that.
I was gonna say for your argument or whatever about Silverfield, I think that the 1 year he was in the championship game for their conference or whatever, but he lost to Summerall. I think that was where he got one of the losses from. Summerall was in the championship.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Bloodline says Silverfield might just be a blessing. I hated the hire at first, but the actions speak louder than words. He's winning me over. I'm all in at this point. And Mr. Bloodline, I will say this again, too. I feel like the whole state had a knee-jerk reaction when they announced it was Silverfield because a lot of people didn't know who Silverfield was. Once they have watched guys like us or other shows bring you the information on Silverfield, I believe Silverfield now is becoming more of a positive. So I think I don't think we lost as much as people want to say that, Arkansas lost on this hire. I just don't think we did. Now, I could be wrong. 5 years from now, we could be garbage still. I mean, I don't know. But all I can say is, as an Arkansas fan, we will and Arkansas show, we will bring you every bit of coverage on this from now until the next coach is whenever. But the good, the bad, and the ugly. But I'm willing to give the man a chance. I'm not going to condemn a man before he starts doing anything and say he's going to fail right off the bat. Because I think anybody could come in and change the culture, and I think he's already doing that. And I just love the young coach. And, is he not? If I'm not mistaken, he's one of the youngest coaches we've had, right?
He's
45.
45
Youngest
years
coach
old.
we've had.
So
When
that to
we
me,
when we brought Petrino in, I think he was 47.
so well,
I think Houston Nutt was younger.
Now I've heard that Ron Silverfield was the youngest.
regardless, he's one of the youngest coaches we've had. And I
Yeah,
think the best time you get a coach is between the ages of 45 and 55, 56 in that time period. So I think we're going to get him in his prime when he's going to be the best at what he can do.
gotta throw something out there for y'all.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's something for us fans to think about. Silverfield, in the past 3 years of him being at Memphis, he's lost a total of only 9 games in 3 years.
Yeah, he's 29-9.
What that mean though?
That means he's on his uprise. He's rising up. He like bro's on. He just had a 10-win season, 11-win season, and this would be his his 8-win season. He's on the rise right now. He's rising up.
My
Melo, the
only
biggest
thing
thing is that it
bro.
means he knows how to win.
Bro, but
Yeah,
that's
he
he know
only
how to
lost.
win there though. But y'all. I think y'all be forgetting we playing the toughest conference in America, bro.
Yeah,
That's my
but
only gripe, bro.
but Melo though,
We're
three of the coaches that just got hired the same time he did, he's already beat all of them,
And they ain't beat him.
and they ain't
So
never beat
Sarge,
him.
so okay. So y'all tell me why his name wasn't as high as Gold's name.
That's exactly the question I asked
Because
earlier,
Golis is younger.
and I think the national
That's what
media
y'all
put
was
more
saying.
on the
Media.
Golish. Media spun
he was
Golish more
Media.
than they did
Melo.
Silverfield.
He was 2 and
Why you
2
think
against
that though?
SEC opponents at Memphis. 2 wins against SEC opponents. Granted, you had 2 losses. That's still nothing to scoff at.
And he's 5-5 against Power 4.
There you go.
Bro, I feel y'all, bro, but I just want to know why his name went high like Goldless and Summerall and all them other names, bro.
Media.
It's
Like for
because
y'all
of
to
the
say all
relevant
that.
topic. It's the relevancy of it. Golish got
What's
right time. His relevancy skyrocketed. Summerall has been hot the last 2 seasons. Came from Troy, did really well at Troy. It's the relevancy aspect of it. Silverfield's been at Memphis for 10 seasons. He was hot when he was younger, looking good. And now that these newer guys, new face on the block, it's just like the new car thing. You want the newest car that smells the best, that looks the best. Granted that Silverfield's been in that conference for a while now. Those guys are the flashy new hires.
But you don't think it's
Man,
a problem that he been in that conference all the time and ain't won a
No,
conference championship?
no. I want a coach that has that loyalty. He's been there 10 seasons. Think about how long he could be here at Arkansas. He could be here for 10 seasons.
Yeah, but
He
he's
has
not
that
gonna be here for
commitment
10
to a
seasons.
team.
But I'm saying if he losing, he's not gonna be here for 10 seasons. Like it's easy to say
that
that
ain't
No,
no.
now,
but
but like
you got to give him that time.
I mean, I'm just saying, but it's easy to say 10 seasons, bro. But if he ain't winning it too, shit, we gonna y'all, you already know.
I think you got to give him at least
Melo.
3.
I'm gonna give him a chance. I mean,
Melo.
shit, do I'm gonna give him a chance. What's up?
Mello, this
I
the
ain't drinking the
trick.
Kool
This the
Aid, bro.
trick.
Off him just getting
I
some
know,
kids
but
from
this the
Arkansas,
trick.
bro.
This the trick, Mello. I'm trying to give you the game on what you're seeing in modern day football. The trick is now is no matter what program you at, we don't care whether it's D1, D2, D3. If you could get, it's the quickest in 2 seasons. Who could get anywhere from 16 to 20 wins the fastest? That's how you know you got something in football. 16 to 20 wins. So, like I said earlier, I said 3 seasons. If we knock it on what he got going on right now, that 29 in record, we can. And it's. I ain't talking about no bowl games. Bowl games is separate. I'm talking about 36 games on the schedule. If we can win 26 and go 26 and 10 in the first 3 years, we own to something.
But I don't, bro. How likely do you think that is, bro? We literally ain't winning no SEC games, bro.
I
Man,
know, but
It's
Melo, all you
completely
gotta do,
possible.
Eric. But listen, Melo. It's all in hindsight now. Just go back and look at our scores. We right there. We Arkansas self-implode. We got to stop doing the self-imploding on our own self.
Yep.
We shoot our own self in the foot. So if we
I
won
feel you.
half in them games, guess what? Sam Pittman will still be here.
Yeah.
If we won half in them games, he'll still be here.
And and,
Just
and
half of them.
and we didn't lose them games because we were out talented. We lost them games because we beat ourselves.
Yeah.
So
Lost though.
so you're right though. But I think that's where Silverfield can make that change. Is he's not gonna have, because one of the biggest things he said is, and you look up his deal. He does not put up with turnovers. He's just that's not his thing. He hates turnovers. So he preaches ball security to his players. So that is one thing that I feel like we did not do here lately, because we turned the ball over 130 times in the last 5 years. That's incredible. We led the country in turnovers. That's going to stop now, I think, going forward. As much. Joe
We
G.
also
You got
lead the country in one-score losses.
Yes, obviously.
well, hell, Sarge, you got Captain Jack Sparrow running the freaking football
Yeah.
quarterback for us.
Mm-hmm. I got a jar of sand.
I got a jar of
I'm about to
I
say,
dirt.
got a question for
Eric,
y'all. So who y'all think we got a better coach than, like in the SEC?
well, it's all turning over right now, Melo. A lot of
No, I'm
coaches
just
have
saying
been
what you
turned over the
think.
past.
Nah, I
So
got you,
right
Steffi. I'm
now,
just asking what you.
Kirby
I'm
Smart,
just asking what you think, bro.
Kirby
Here's
Smart,
the.
and Lane Kiffin the best coaches right now.
I'll
Pretty
So
say
I
much.
this.
asked, who you think we got a better coach than? You think we got a better coach than Vandy? Do you think we got a better coach than Mississippi State? Like, I'm just asking, bro. I ain't
I
talking about
I
the
want to say,
think
I
job
we.
right
want to
now.
say,
Just asking questions.
I think we tit for tat. I think we tit for tat with Clark Lee, with Vandy
I
coach.
think
No,
I think
Vanderbilt.
we tit for tat with
no.
him.
I think
Hey,
I think that we got a
I
better
think
coach than Jeff
Arkansas.
Levy down at
One,
Mississippi State.
one at a time.
Yeah.
If Vanderbilt don't get no quarterback next year, they is going down. They
They
better
just
get a
scored a
quarterback.
5-star.
I'll say
Well,
this.
I'm just saying they better get a quarterback.
Scout King.
All right.
So I think we're
Be
better than the Mississippi State kid. I think we're better than the Florida. I mean the Jeff Levy guy. I think we're going to be better than whoever they get at Kentucky. I think we'll be better than Florida's Jeff Summerall. I think we'll be better than Golish. We'll be better than Golden and Ole Miss. We're going to have a better coach than some of these other schools.
So you think
The top
you think
guys
this
like
man a
Clark
better?
Lee.
yeah, he
You
beat
Those
think he a
guys
better
Golish.
like
coach than?
Yeah, he
Hold
beat the
on.
brakes off Golish.
yeah.
So
So
you think he a better
I
coach than
genuinely
Golish and Summerall? Is what you saying?
the only guys that he's probably not better than are, well, that I know he's not better than, in my opinion, are Smart, Clark Lee, and Lane Kiffin, and DeBoer. Those are the four.
All right,
I'll
hold on.
say. 'Cause-
Let's go around. Let's go around the horn here. B Hall, go ahead.
All right. When I say this, the best way for me to put it, with if I had to, if we talk about who got the best coach out of the coaching search right now in the SEC, besides take Lane Kiffin out of it because he was already in the SEC. But if I had to pick between Summerall, Golish, and Silverfield, I'm gonna have to pick Silverfield. And the reason is not just because he's our head coach. Because when I go and look at his record, he's beat them guys. He's 3-0 against Alex Golish. Uh, what is it? Is he 1-0 or 1-1
He's
with
2-0.
Summerall?
He's 2-0 against. Um.
North Texas.
Yeah, Eric Morris,
Yeah.
and then he's
Was it
1-1 against
4-2?
Summerall.
He's
Somebody's 4-2
0
something like
3. He's Alex Golish is 0-3 against Silverfield. John Summerall's 1-1 against Silverfield. Matt Campbell's 0-1 against Silverfield. Eric Morris is 0-2 against Ryan Silverfield, and Rhett Lashley's 1-1 against Silverfield.
There you go.
Altogether, those 5 coaches have only beaten Ryan Silverfield twice.
Twice. and
Okay.
he's 8-2 against them dudes. Come
Oh,
on,
and
man.
he beat Florida State too.
He is
Yep.
4-1 against power 4 teams in the last 4 years, and Arkansas was 4-28. He's won just as many Power 4 games as Arkansas in the last 3 years,
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
and he only played 5.
I don't think we got hurt anywhere with this
We're
hire.
not doing any
It's
worse.
not
for
the
sure.
it's not the sexy hire that everybody wanted, but it's that blue collar, bring your lunch pail to work coach that
He won more SEC games this year than we did.
Now,
yeah, go
can I
figure,
call
right?
y'all out? Is it back on me? Is it back on me, Sarge? Because I need to call all y'all out. Because I've been on this thing with all y'all, every last one of y'all, and none of y'all said his name. When we
Well,
looking for a coach.
nope. I'm gonna push you,
No.
stop you right there. I said Silverfield when his name first come up that I would love to have that guy.
Okay, but I'm saying like in these last few weeks, Sarge, everybody goalless. I just heard all y'all.
Yeah, because Silverfield was supposedly out of the question.
Let me finish, Sarge.
No, hold up. Y'all forget.
See,
No, y'all forget. Y'all listen. Hold up, Mello. Hold up. I'm finna let you know what they did on this show. Sarge and YT them had a blind show, and
No, that was Mo.
his name did
That was
come up.
Mo.
That was Mo.
Yeah, that
Mo
was
had
Mo.
that show.
Yeah, that was Mo's.
Yeah,
Okay.
A lot of us picked
Yeah,
Silverfield.
Mo had the show. Yeah. Yep, they had the show, and you know what I'm just saying. So the name did pop up. See what I'm saying?
And the
So
blind,
everybody
the
that
blind hire, go back and look.
Bro, right when y'all thought Golders was the coach, y'all did the same stuff about Golders.
I didn't.
You got to
I
support a coach,
wanted Eric
especially when
Morris.
you find ways to get behind
But
you.
now you telling me Silverfield better than Golders, and y'all just acting like Golders was the next.
Because he is. Go back,
Petrino.
go look at it. It's factual. He's better.
So if that's the case, why y'all want Silverfield when thing? I heard everybody say Golders. I heard Nick Saban. I heard all kind of names, but Silverfield was not. But maybe when he first happened, Sarge, you might have said that.
Hey,
Mello,
I heard all kind of names. Am I
it's
lying,
simple,
Skepper?
Mello. You get behind the coach that's hired because no matter what, it doesn't change whether you like it or not. If they hired Golders, you got to get behind him for at least 2
But
seasons.
I'm saying,
Hey.
don't hype him up, bro. Like y'all wasn't just on the other coaches. Like, bro, 2 weeks ago you would have said Golders was better than Silverfield, bro. So that means Auburn got a better coach.
But here's the thing, Mello. I'm not hating on any one of them, neither. I'll support them and I'll hype them up, but I'm not hating on any of them.
Look, here's the problem. Mello, the problem is the past 3 weeks actually. Silverfield's name died off. Like nobody
That's
was
because
talking
he
about him.
lost his last 3 games.
That's all I'm saying right there. What you saying,
saying.
That's all I'm saying.
His name disappeared because nobody was talking about him. But the thing is like I get he's lost them last 3 games, but them last 3 games were probably a distraction because he got a job offer 3 weeks ago and he was ready to come here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I get your. I know what you're saying, Mello, and I understand what you're saying. But the thing is what you got to take into account is at the time a lot of people were only reacting to people that they were hearing could be the coach, and for the last 3 weeks you didn't hear Silverfield's name at all until he was announced. And I think that's why there was so much fan outrage because he wasn't even mentioned. It was so many rumors and garbage reporting out there that we were going to get this guy or this guy, and so we were being like, okay, well, if Golis is going to be our dude, then you got to find reasons to make it work. You know how some people say I could talk myself into liking this coach. That's exactly what a lot of people doing now. They finding reasons to grab on to Silverfield now because he's our head coach. So if you going to back the program and you going to support the program, then you going to now that's our dude, that's our man. So now you can't talk smack on our man because that's our dude. is what I'm saying. Is so, but I get what you're saying though.
Yeah, we're gonna find out, man. I don't know if he's a better coach than Golders. Y'all already talked me into Golders, so I think Golders like the top coach. So I don't know if
Well,
he's
the
better than
biggest
Golders.
thing, Mello, the biggest thing for me right now, the reason why I'm trying to get behind it is because Silverfield, not only is he retaining players, but he's going out and getting them. He's even cutting people. They're not leaving. He's cutting them.
Who he
Dolish is
retained from the
losing
team?
players.
Who he retained?
All of them but one so far.
All of them but one. He cut a kid yesterday.
So all the kids said they coming back to school.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
far
I be seeing that.
from him.
Yeah, you
And
go look
and,
around and
and,
see it.
and you'll see. We'll see. I mean, we'll see how it goes in the coming days. But depending on who you lose, sometimes losing kids ain't a bad thing.
You lose
with
a
that.
player or
Mello,
two.
we
I'm not
just
saying you're
pulled
going to
off
retain
two.
everybody.
We just
this
got two
entire
of the
league.
biggest names
One at a time.
here in Arkansas.
Can
We
I
just
say
went and
this
got
to
our.
Bello so
Hold on.
he can
Golly,
understand?
Hold on,
you did
Scout
not
King.
listen.
Behall, go ahead.
We just went and got our guy that decommitted from us, that committed to Miami, that decommitted to Miami and came back to Arkansas because of Silverfield. We lost a running back, a 4-star running back to Missouri, and the dude's and he's gonna be nice. He's gonna be a monster, I
Right.
think. And he decommitted from Missouri and he came back to Arkansas because of Silver. Hey, bro, it's happening. This dude is bringing in some, and guess what? These are majority of these are 4 stars he's turning around in Arkansas, bringing
Yeah.
them back
You
home.
got you got 3 4-stars and one borderline 4-star.
Scout King,
That's how.
Yep.
go ahead.
All right.
I'll
Hey,
get to
Bo,
you, Mello.
this is why this is what makes Silverfield work for Arkansas. Like Golish, you said we've been talking about Golish and all that, so all you got in your mind is Golish and Summerall. All right, will make it work for Arkansas and anywhere. Just like how you know basketball, what's the main thing to make it work? Is it the right fit for the coach?
Yeah.
Silverfield is the right fit for Arkansas. He been right there next door. He been recruiting in Arkansas kids to come over to Memphis. So he already had his footprint in the state already since he been in Memphis. So
Like who?
why not? He a better fit. I
Like,
mean, you have to look at
I
his
got two
roster for the
questions.
past 6 years. Just looking back at his
How you know
roster for the past 6 years.
Well,
My first question is how you know he a good fit.
when he walked into the team meeting, he looked at a lot of the kids and said, "I know all of you because some of you been on my couch in my former office." So he already had been talking to these kids all the way from, and he said, I watched some of you guys play in high school. So a lot of our players know him from him recruiting out of them. So
Well,
None
yeah,
of them committed to
from
him.
Memphis is only like an hour
I'll
and a
give you
half
an example.
plane flight.
There's a kid, YT, help me out with his name. Tucker Young from
Yeah,
Lakeside.
Tucker Young at a
He's like 6'4", 300 pounds, interior offensive lineman down there. His top 2 schools, Arkansas number 1, number 2 Memphis. So now he still gets to play for Silverfield and still gets to be a Hog.
Who was his number 3? Do you know who his number 3 was?
I do not know. I cannot remember off the top of my head from On Sports, on 3
I can
Sports.
look.
I'm gonna take a guess. Ole Miss.
Nah, man, we'll give Silverfield a chance. I just don't want to hear y'all crying if it don't work out. That's it.
I'm not gonna cry.
Oh no, people gonna
You
bitch
know
if it
what I
don't work
mean
out.
by
I
cry,
promise.
though. Like,
I mean,
My guy's
I'm
at
not gonna be one of
Oklahoma
them.
State, but I would have took
Look.
Silverfield over Golish, just me, and not because I think Golish is a bad coach or anything. For the sole purpose, I don't think Golish is a fit at Arkansas. I don't think his mentality, I don't think the way that he does things is an Arkansas type of way. I don't know. I know that sounds funny, but
Here's how
I
Tucker
didn't
Young
like the
went:
fit.
Arkansas, Arkansas State, and Memphis.
Look, I'll be
I don't
honest,
want to
man.
talk crazy
If
about
it doesn't,
the kid.
Mello, if
Look
it
at the
don't
level.
work out, you're not gonna hear me bitch and moan about it because at the end of the day, we can't. I at least in my mind, we don't have that luxury anymore. We're done with that moaning, complaining, depressing stuff because you get what you get now. You done screwed up over the past four hires basically. So whatever you can find, you just need to be counting your blessings at this point and hoping and praying that you find one that turns out to be something like a Signetti type deal.
Hey, but when everybody in that same boat now, it just ain't us.
Right.
Auburn in the same situation from here on out.
So is
Now,
Florida.
Florida finna be in a situation. So I say, Kentucky, I mean, you could name all those schools. Half of the SEC is in the same situation. They fire their coach tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. That's a
Who you
fact.
go hire?
Yeah.
You're going to have to go down.
As
Man,
of 4 hours ago, there's been no movement with Kane Archer.
I will say
I
this:
say this.
I did see something just a little bit ago. Kane Archer was sitting down and talking to somebody, and of course they started talking about him switching from UCF to Utah, and he said, my recruiting process has been crazy. Arkansas offered me in the 8th grade, and he got through all this story, and to make it short, he said, well, Bobby Petrino's not there no more. They got a new coach, so I'm going to talk to him, and, you never know where I'm going to end up. Word
Y'all
for
think
word
Kane
what
Archer?
he said.
Y'all think Kane Archer a SEC quarterback?
Yes.
I
I
ain't
do
seen
not
him.
think he is an SEC quarterback as a freshman, but I think he's an SEC quarterback.
I think he can be. I think he can be developed into one. I don't think he's like Joe G just said. I don't think he's a starter day one, but he can be developed into it.
He's more of your Tim Tebow kind of guy.
Yeah,
He
with the right coach.
is a Brandon Allen type of guy,
With the right
a Joey
coach, he can be
Mateer
developed
type
into
of
it.
guy.
Exactly.
I was
Yeah,
just
he
asking
way
because,
more
like,
mechanically sound.
For how everybody talk about him, it just amazed me that the two schools that he committed to not like no major schools. You know what I'm saying? Like how
Utah
everybody
is a
talk
major
about him.
school.
It ain't major like that though, bro. In football, like how
They're-
people talk
They
about Kane
hey,
Archer. But let me finish one
He's
time.
short.
I'm just,
go ahead,
but
man.
I'm
Go
saying
ahead.
He's
Go
short,
ahead.
Mello.
I feel,
Yeah,
you know how
he's
people
only
talk about
6'1".
him like he one of them, like he could go to fucking Alabama or some shit.
He's the only
I'll say this,
quarterback
Mello.
in the history of Arkansas to throw for 10,000 yards and rush for 2,500 in high school football at any level.
What he play in the
Mello,
3A
I'll
or some
say
shit?
this: the quarterback that we were
6A.
talking about earlier out of Shreveport, that 4-star, I would take him over Kane Archer. That's where I would go with it though. If you're gonna try to go get a quarterback anywhere out of this class, go get that 4-star down in there at Shreveport.
Yeah, that dude's the truth.
I mean,
That dude's got a cannon for an arm.
I would go get Kane Archer for the simple reason that KJ's still young and he can get you a couple years, and you can always go get somebody else. And y'all forget Grayson Wilson is going to be another Brandon Allen, Tyler Wilson type of game managing quarterback. Really good to sit up there behind, KJ Jackson. KJ Jackson's going to be really, really, really nice for us.
He
Well,
said he coming back
Joe
too.
G,
Yeah, he hadn't said he's not leaving. But he did retweet the Hogs. Welcome Ryan Silverfield to the Hogs.
He's still a Razorback fan,
Yeah.
guys. He's always going to be a Razorback fan.
I was about to say he's a Razorback fan. I like KJ being a Hog.
and it's fine
Why are
to
we
go
not-
and get Kane Archer too, though. But the big thing is that he may not fit in Silverfield's scheme. He may come out there and he just may not vibe.
He would fit perfectly in
We don't know
Silverfield's
that.
team.
We don't know that. You don't know
Well,
that. Even though he runs a similar style, he may not vibe in it. He just may not work. You don't know. We won't know until.
well,
he gets
I
on the field.
mean, that could be like, okay, well, he could go up there and he may not vibe with a coach and say that. I mean, he could not
the same-
vibe with anything. The thing
I
about
can make the
football is it's
same
a grown
argument
man
on-
sport. Are you going to
I
grow
can make
up
the
into
same thing on
despite what
KJ
you're not
too.
vibing with?
But what I'm saying is that I can make the same argument
Look,
on
the
KJ
main
too.
guy
We
they
want
need.
KJ to stay, but he may not even vibe with it or mesh with it. So you don't know what they're going to do or how they're going to look until they
Look,
start getting into that system.
look. I think the main guy Arkansas what Silverfield needs to go do is go get that guy that committed to SMU. Go get him away from there. Bring him back home.
Oh, you're
What is he?
talking about
Offensive
the
lineman?
6'7",
Yeah.
300-pound kid from Bauxite,
Yeah.
I
offensive
think.
tackle.
Yeah, go get
Yeah,
him. Go get him and bring
yeah.
him back. What are y'all doing? Go get him. I think he's gonna be great. I was watching some film on him
You
and some
don't think
others.
that they haven't contacted him already?
You have your best chance in a long time to pull back a lot of these in-state kids.
Yeah. I'm sure that was one of the first calls Silverfield made
The thing
to
about it
that
At
young
the
is
man.
very
that
least,
if you pull
at the
Kane Archer, you're pulling 3 other receivers and about 2 or 3 offensive linemen.
if you get Kane Archer, you're or not. I don't know if it's Kane Archer, but if I think there's one more player they need to go pull, and then they'll have the top 6 in the state. If I'm not mistaken, I think I saw something like that somewhere.
The lineman from Bauxite's the number 2 player in the state.
So it may
We've
be
already
him.
got Danny Bill. He's number 1.
Yeah.
TJ Hodges was number 3.
Yeah.
Anthony Kennedy, the kid that we just flipped from Miami, the D lineman from Central, was the number 4 player. I'm not
Yeah.
sure who number 5 is. The Prevo kid from Bentonville, he's the number 6 kid in the state, and Colton Yarbrough rounds out. Well, Ja'Cour
He's
Smith
out of
from Bryant,
Oklahoma.
I forgot. We flipped him too. TJ Hodges' teammate, the linebacker, 3-star linebacker from Bryant. Him and Colton Yarbrough round up the top 10 with Tay Lockett. He's still with us.
So if you go get the Bauxite kid, you're
Hey,
potentially
Lockett said he's all
taking
in.
the top 10.
Yeah.
I appreciate him going to get the high school people. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we
It's
got
a
to
nice
keep
thing to see.
we have to keep
I need
our
him to-
in-state talent here at home. I mean,
I need
that's
him to go get some dogs though.
He
yeah.
said that he came out and he made a really brave statement his first day on campus. And he said, Razorback fans, you're about to see a recruiting class like you've never seen in just 3 days.
Not with them
He
boys he
claimed
just
it would
got.
be the best.
Not
And
with them dudes.
Well, you
Just
got to
think of all
think.
the Memphis commits he can flip too.
We've moved up 31 spots in 24 hours.
I'm saying best recruiting class we done seen. Like, don't do y'all know we done seen
No,
best
in 3 days. In 3
I'm
days.
just, I thought he was saying this the best recruiting class that like Razorback fans done seen. I was gonna say, nah, he ain't got that.
No, he said that we were
That's
going
top
to get
25.
The crazy
He's
thing
claiming
Well,
that
ain't
we
is,
will
nobody
have.
ain't nobody played it down yet.
He's
is
claiming that we
Pittman
will have the
Pittman has
best
that.
one.
Dude class not gonna be
He's
better
claiming
than
that we
Joe
will
Adams,
go and
that
get the
08
best
class.
recruiting class.
I hope so. I would hope he gets something like that 08 class. That was some crazy. Like they had like
The
3-4
way he's
pros.
talking, he wants to be better than them.
I'm going to tell you right now, TJ Hodges is an absolute dog. He's got great hands. He's got unbelievable feet. He's a very smart kid.
He reminds me of Joe Adams.
The way he moves is Joe Adams. He just does things the right way. And when he catches, even when you put hands on him, he's hard to get on the ground. He's really strong. 6'1", 190 pounds. You 180 pounds. You wouldn't think that he'd be that strong. He is extremely strong to go with his speed. The kid is great. He just ran through people at Mark Tree, and then when he moved to Bryant, he just treated them kids the exact same way in 6A.
No, he didn't. Hold on now. Slow that down. That boy did not play the same way that he played at Martree at Bryan, bro. I watch Bryan every Friday, bro. Like, no, bro. Like, let's not do that. He played good, but he didn't do like how he was doing at Martree.
I know Little Rock Central, he had like 13 carries for 166 yards and 3 touchdowns.
That probably was his best game.
Hey,
TJ,
he good,
Misha,
but
I'm
he
gonna tell you
ain't
right
like,
now.
you talking about 280 and 680? Nah.
Nisha, I'm gonna tell you right
See,
now, Melo ain't. I can tell you right now, Melo ain't never gonna be sold. You
I
couldn't sell that
know.
man
I
a
ain't
bottle of
tripping.
water in the desert. He'd think it was
I ain't
poison.
you,
tripping. I ain't gonna lie.
you
I ain't sold. I wish we would have got a better, like, bigger name coach. Like, I ain't sold on that part, but we give him a
you
chance or whatever. I wouldn't be
I'm
surprised,
trying
but
to
I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised if it don't work. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Oh
And
no,
I'm
we
I
wouldn't
gonna
be
tell
I,
you,
surprised if
For
it
I,
don't
real.
work. We just want to
I'm
have expectations of it working.
and I'm gonna tell y'all
no,
somebody to look at and give y'all kind of an example of how he plays. Tay Lockett is like a Miles Slusher kind of guy. He's gonna be really nice in our secondary once he
well,
gets
I'm
some
trying,
weight on him and learns the game.
I'm trying to
He's
tell
David
y'all
little.
Scott, is
something.
that Malik Acuff?
Oh my goodness.
Is that who that's supposed to be?
Do what?
Hey, hey,
That David
No,
Scott? Yeah.
no.
No.
Malik Acuff still says Malik Acuff
Yeah.
on his.
Okay.
hey, hey, look, this is what I gotta say about that TJ kid, that running back. He reminds me of,
TJ.
and I'm not saying exactly, but he reminds me of a recent running back that was a receiving back.
Don't say it.
I'm not
Alex
saying he's
Collins.
I'm not
I
saying
give you
he's
that,
like
B
him.
Hall. I
Alex
give you that.
No,
Collin wasn't a receiving
no,
back.
no, no. I'm talking about
Nah, I know
He
what
go
you
say
talking
Raheem
about.
Ashton
Boyd.
Genty. I'm talking about
Oh,
Ashton Genty. I'm not
Like a
saying he's
He ain't the
like
Camaro
him,
type,
same
yeah.
but
size as
I
I'm
thought
that
you
not,
was
man.
talking about an
bro. Y'all
Arkansas
not
kid. I was
can
fixing to
I
say.
speak,
Connor,
bro? I've been trying to talk for like 5 minutes and everybody's been talking over me.
one at a
All
Well,
right, what
heck,
I'm
time.
B
saying
Hall, I
is,
apologize, sir.
Stop.
what I'm saying, what I'm saying is he's. I'm not saying he's like Ashton Genty. He has them attributes like him. He can run the ball and he can catch the ball. He can play both spots. He can play receiver. He can play as back, and that's what Ashton Genty was able to do, was play as a receiver and a running back. That's what he was known for, and that's what I see in this TJ kid, is a receiving back, and you don't
Yeah,
see many of
I'm
them.
with you. I
Yep.
agree, B Hall. He a receiving back for sure. I agree with that. He fast too. He a
Yeah.
fast joker.
Which makes him
So
very,
Yeah, he definitely
very,
fast.
makes him very versatile in an offense. Very usable.
hey, only reason I said that to you, bro, is because I just watched him play against Rodgers in the game on Friday, and he didn't do nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason I say he didn't do like the 2-way, like he was doing the 2-way. That's the only reason I said that. But now I'm with you. I think he like an Alvin Kamara type of back, like what B.O. saying, catch that thing, take off with it, and all that type
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Well,
Catch
in
screens.
Silverfield's offense, we're going to need a back like that because he's going to do a lot of those screens and stuff, them out routes.
Yeah, now he can catch and run for sure. So y'all think? So what y'all think we're gonna do next year? Like, what's our expectations?
We already said that. What's your what you tell
Yeah.
us what you think
Me?
yeah.
Hopefully, we win at least 2 games in the SEC. Shit,
I think
two.
I
I think
I
everybody's sitting around that 4 to 5 to 6 game range right now.
What make y'all think that when we just literally didn't win a game? Just like
Because,
real talk, I just want to know.
that's we didn't win a game because our coaches and our players gave up.
Well, you got to think though too, Mello. We're going to play Auburn. We're going to play we're going
Vanderbilt.
to Vanderbilt, Mississippi State. I think you're going to be playing South Carolina. You're going to be playing a couple teams this year that struggled, or next year that struggled, and then you're going to have guys like you or teams like Utah and those kind of teams on your schedule. So you have a better situation next year, even though the schedule is harder. You still have a better situation because some of those schools are struggling or trying to find their way with new hires, new staff, and stuff like that.
But you don't think them schools look at us like a for sure win, just like you looking at them like a for sure win?
And that's the whole thing is that they can look over us all they want to. The facts of the matter are is if they look over us, that's when they get snake bit.
Yo, I just think them teams, like when you say like a team like Auburn, they probably looking at us like, yo, when they do they count the same way y'all do y'all count, they probably look at us like a for sure win, bro. Like that's what I'm like,
Yeah,
whoa.
that'll be their
Hopefully
biggest
we can.
mistake when they do that.
I don't I don't think Auburn has the right to look
All
over anybody.
right, all right. Joe G, what you haven't give your take on what your expectations is for next year?
um the ceiling, um I would be just you're exceeding expectations if you win 8 games. I think next year. And I think the absolute floor is 3 games. So I like kind of like Connor said. I mean, I'm probably along with everybody else somewhere around the you know 5 6 game mark. I think we fall just short of a bowl game next year.
All
Then
right.
I
I got.
think we win nine
I can.
games the next year.
Sarge, I got one more question, man. I'm sorry, I'm act like I'm running your pen. This because it's for everybody. So, what players do he need to keep on the team, bro, in order for us to have all the success that y'all saying? Five
Man,
games to win
there's
5 games. What players?
Well, we need
that's a lot of
that.
damn
Yeah,
players.
yeah. I
Oh,
would
y'all think
say,
it's a lot?
yeah. The offensive line has got to stay intact. I would like to see the offensive line stay intact. You add a few pieces to it.
We had
The,
36 seniors though,
you
Sarge. So don't
right.
forget this. I
You
don't know that
right.
many of them on the offensive line.
Well, automatically you lose your left tackle, your left guard. Kittler's got one more year. Our right guard is only a redshirt freshman. Um, let's see, right tackle. That's a kid out of Little Rock. He need to move inside. Uh, Harris.
Harris and Kittler are your ifs because they could both leave this year.
I think we're looking at the wrong side of the ball, y'all. I think we need to look at defense and see about who we need to keep, and I
I ain't
think it
keeping
starts with
nobody.
Quincy Rhodes.
I
Quincy
think I
Rhodes.
think
Selman
Come on,
Bridges.
bro. You don't think Rose can go to
Salmon
the NFL
Bridges.
though?
You
I
gotta
think
keep
you need to stay
Quincy.
one
You
more
got.
year.
But if that name hot, you gotta go, bro.
Yep.
Oh well,
Or
yeah,
or he
true,
gonna
true. I ain't
transfer.
gonna hold him to it if he want to go.
Yeah. If he
They
goes to
were
the
talking
NFL,
about him going first round.
if he got a chance to go to the NFL, you can. I ain't gonna hate on a kid that's
Yeah,
gonna
they
go
they
Yeah,
go get
they had him in the first to second round
make it better for
in the
himself.
draft.
yeah, he gone.
My thing is
I'd
Bradley
be
that
going
that
Shaw.
too.
falls on. My
Yeah,
thing is
you
that
need to
falls
keep
in on the
Bradley
DC.
Shaw,
Yeah, my thing is
Wyatt
that falls
Simmons.
in on the defensive coordinator though too because they may come in and say I don't want none of these guys and bring their own guys in.
Well,
That
it's
falls on
easier to
whoever they
say than
hire.
do that. They're still gonna have to keep some of these
Yeah, because
kids.
you ain't got that much
No,
money.
for sure, yeah. Like if you the DC comes in and tells me that I don't want Quincy Rhodes, you're stupid.
You need to keep Tavian Wallace, Bradley Shaw. Um, you need to keep Selman Bridges.
Maybe the
Uh,
linebacker core. I like some of those guys in the linebacker
there's a
position.
young
Y'all
there's a
gotta
young
keep in
freshman
mind.
safety that was playing a couple of these last games. You heard his name a lot. I forgot
Young.
what his last name was. Young, no, Young is a red shirt
Smalls,
senior.
No, Young still
He,
not
got
Smalls.
eligibility. Young still got 2 years.
I
Yeah,
forgot what his name is, but he's a freshman that didn't get to play much.
he played Missouri game.
Y'all got to keep in
Yeah,
mind he turned over 70 players on his roster in Memphis this past year. So
but I think
this
I
thing,
think I think we'll be fine. I
All
think we'll
right.
be fine on the defense.
All right, we're getting ready to call a show at night, so I'm gonna go around the horn. Everybody gets a minute. Pretty much an easy yes or no question. To end the show, we'll start with B Hole and we'll work our way around to Joe G. The question is, do you think we are better off now than we were with Sam Pittman?
Yes.
Give a short explanation why.
You get a coach that has a mentality of a championship and not a coach of just getting to a bowl game.
Easy enough. Scout King, we better off now with or with Sam Pittman, and short explanation why.
yeah, we 110% better with this guy. For one, like you say, he younger. He know the current game, and and he know how to, like you say, he know how to get his players fired up to play, and and like you say, it's football. It's not rocket science. Either you go, either you go. Either you got to know how to play the game to get, like you say, to get on the field and perform. If you ain't performing, you're not getting no I appreciate your pass or that anticipation trophy or whatever Sam Pittman was doing because he like you. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he here to coach a football team to keep his job and make you a better player.
Right. Connor.
You're 1,000 times better. You got a coach that's actually had experience as a head coach, and not only that, but he doesn't rely strictly on his coordinators to help carry him through a season. If he loses a coordinator, it's not the end of the world. He'll just go find somebody and bring him in that best fits his scheme and his style. So whereas Pittman's shortcomings were, just not having that experience of being a head coach, learning on the fly, Silverfield takes that advantage by leaps and bounds because he knows what it takes to be a competitive head coach and get wins.
Okay. Mello, we better off now or with Sam before Sam?
I think we better off now just because Sam wasn't a good coach. And I like the dude getting the homegrown kids, and Sam wasn't giving them boys a chance.
Right.
That's the only reason I feel like we're better. None of that other stuff because I don't know yet. But I do know we're gonna beat Louisville tomorrow, and I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, bold statement.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Joe G, what do you think? We better off now or with Sam?
From a head coaching perspective, I think we're better off now. Short explanation. Not only do we have, is everything everybody said was true, but the guy spent 7 years in the NFL. So he knows how to be around and get guys motivated that play for money. And the love of the game. And you can tell that he's completely changed the culture that you don't play for the university, you play for the state. This is a proud dang state. All those things we've heard for years and years now about Arkansas being the most important. Well, he's the first one since Houston Nutt, or, you could say Bobby, I guess, that said, you know what? Not only is Arkansas everything for Arkansas, but we're going to make sure it's the Arkansas kids representing Arkansas first and foremost with the foundation. And he put it. I mean, actions speak louder than words. So he's on the right foot to doing everything the right way. I like it.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys hopping on the show. We'll let you go. I'm gonna close out the show, and we will be back live again Thursday. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. I haven't planned that far ahead, but we will be discussing some of the press conference from Ryan Silverfield's press conference, and then we may show some of the Razorback women's hoops and show them some love since we need to show some love to our women lady backs too. So, or we may find another game too to stream. So we haven't decided yet.
We're gonna talk about us beating Louisville too, don't forget.
Yeah, and hopefully that's exactly a fact.
Hey,
Well,
wish it into
25.
fruition.
Speak it into existence, Mello.
25. Hey, he going for 25 tomorrow. A-Cup. Remember, I told y'all first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get some sage and start walking around the court.
I wish I could have talked to you after that Duke game and see about that Duke game, what happened on that Duke game, man. I think we had that game up to the last 2.5 minutes of the game, man. We gave it away.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll hit that on Thursday too, for sure. Because I'd like to hear what I'd like to hear about that. But all right, Joe G,
brother.
we appreciate you.
Yep, I'm out of here. Love y'all.
Hello, if we lose
Connor.
tomorrow, I'm putting my money on the Omahaws.
I hear you. All right.
I'm betting against the Omahaws every game.
Bite me, hog wife.
All right, so.
All right, Mello. Appreciate you coming through, buddy. All right, everybody. We appreciate y'all rocking with us tonight, our first day back. Oh, and I didn't mention, but Sarge turned 50 just the other day, yesterday, or Saturday. I'm sorry. I don't even know what day it is. But
He's an old man now.
I am officially an old man now. So during our, I turned 50 in jail too. So it sucked. I didn't get to spend my birthday with you guys streaming the Missouri game. But you know, it is what it is.
Did you pop any Molly?
No. I didn't do that. But yeah, shit, I didn't forgot Scout King was even in here. That black screen up there. So yeah, we'll holler at you Thursday, Scout King. Appreciate you, bro. It's always good to see you, man. Welcome back to the solutions now.
All
All right, bro. Take good. Be good. So yeah, we appreciate you guys, and you guys did a great job tonight. We got up to 50 likes. We even hit 650 on subscribers now. We on our way to 700. So we proud of that fact. And we streaming on X and Twitch. So if you on X or you on Twitch, give us a follow over there. Or come over and like and subscribe to us here on YouTube. We will be back on our regular schedule programming now. Like I said, just be watching. Probably tomorrow I'll put out a thumbnail for what we're going to do for Thursday's show. And we'll try to bring you guys something good. So, again, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And YT, you got anything to say to
Let's get out of it. All I got to say is, how about them hogs?
That's it. All right. Love y'all. Peace.
Way off in the distance.